Welcome, everyone, to the Shadow Realm. I mean, the Talkin It Podcast. It is what it is. You can tell I've been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently. Anyway, I am Tidus, a.k.a. Andrew. Down there's my buddy Joe, a.k.a. Might Be Joe, possibly Joe. We are here to talk about anything, everything, and play a Zelda Randomizer that I'm very bad at. And we're just gonna pretend like last week didn't happen. I did not get angry. It was fine. Everything was fine.
It's all fine. Everything is still fine.
It's all fine. Anyway, okay, so we have a member of our chat got stuck on a phishing email. So quick summary, remember I'm starting a new job, emails from new systems. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. So typical email stuff, you're logging in, you're doing your thing, you're getting situated in your new job, in your new position, and you're doing the stuff. It's fine. You got an email today saying you got a voicemail. Well, that's kind of weird. But, I mean, I'm sure it's probably par for the course for you guys. For, like, what you do. I'm assuming.
I mean, I get emails if I get voicemails, which I never do. No one calls me. But yeah, I mean, our phones are linked to Outlook. So if I get a voicemail, my Outlook, I just get a thing that says, "Hey, you got a new voicemail," and it usually does a text to speech as well, or rather, sorry, speech to text. Oh, it was the training fish. Oh, worse.
That's so silly. What a setup! That's some...
I mean, we do those too, but they tend to really look like scams, as opposed to that one, which was probably constructed to really not look like a scam, if I had to guess.
So this is something that we don't do, actually.
Oh god, you should.
My work doesn't have... If you have a voicemail, it's in your phone. It's not linked to your Outlook.
Our phone is our... Teams is our Skype for Business. If you get my office phone is just my Skype/Teams on my computer. They're the same thing.
Oh.
In fact, we don't have desk phones, or managers did, but really that was just so they had access to speakerphone. But I never have had a desk phone. What I have is a headset, and when somebody calls the number on the office phone number, I get a phone call on Skype or Teams. It just rings there.
Okay. That is not what we have at my work.
My work phone number is just digital. It just is my computer.
So all of our at where I work, it's just a phone. It's just a desk phone. We all have the desk phone that so your internet goes into the phone, and then the phone outputs the internet into the computer, and then if you're more important enough, or not more important enough, but if you're important enough to have a phone, that's just how it works. So we don't get an email about an Outlook call or anything like that. I mean, we have Teams still, and a lot of meetings are in Teams, but we don't operate solely through Teams.
Yeah, I mean, they're one and the same. My Teams account that makes calls also effectively has a phone number linked to it.
Interesting. Okay,
which is nice because I don't have to have a phone. I don't think about a phone.
This is all new information to me.
Yeah, that's just how my company does it, and I suspect a lot of companies do it now.
I'm sure it probably is.
Why give everybody a phone?
Not everyone has a phone.
Right.
Only upper people have a phone. So the individual engineers do not have a phone. The squad leader has a phone, the junior squad leader has a phone, and then there's a squad phone. And then for my squad, we all have a phone because I have a different role than my boss and then of course my routers and my permitters, they have phones because they have to answer different calls. So my entire squad has a phone.
Yeah, for us, because it can differ from individual, but practically speaking, most individuals can expect to field phone calls from clients at least sometimes.
Okay.
They do that. And often, and it just is simpler, if you're on conference calls or whatever, it's easier to have them just be one system instead of two.
So, okay, so strategy, you're saying, it was to work with a company that got emails or voicemails with when I rolled the last job. I got up to 5 voicemails a day. Wow, that's a lot. 5 voicemails a day? Fuck that. I'll turn on the phone system.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, what a... I mean, luckily, it was just a training exercise.
Well, if it's exactly what it's for. Like, I don't think anybody would be mad at you.
At the same time, it's like, come on now. You stupid people with your stupid tricks.
We do training fish emails. They are designed to be like actual scams where it'll be like, your order is having troubles. Order number, whatever needs, a follow-up, blah, blah, blah. Click here to do that. And what's nice about this is at least with Outlook, they've integrated this idea into their thing because they have a report fish button in Outlook. And also it has the ability to send fake fishes where I can hit report fish and then the moment I click the button, my Outlook is like, good job. This was a training exercise. You successfully caught the thing that you were supposed to catch.
You successfully did the thing. Like, okay,
right, which is actually kind of nice. Just like the idea that that's integrated into it rather than, you did the right thing, but you wouldn't ever know it.
Yeah, that's true. I just ignore emails. That's how I go about my life. I just ignore every and all email.
See, I will say, I was expecting to talk to Strategy about something completely different because I saw a video earlier today that probably would also make Strategy mad to some extent. It was another one of those Mythical Kitchen cooking videos, and they made a full English breakfast burrito.
What? A breakfast? An English breakfast burrito?
Full English breakfast. I assume you are at least vaguely familiar with the concept.
Yeah. But how do you make that a burrito?
I mean, beans and meat are sort of...
I guess that's true.
That's enough to have a burrito start.
Yeah, that's
Mostly
true.
They just shoved and it was breakfast because it eggs, meat, and beans, and then also they made a very not technically correct.
Oh right, we can finish this dungeon because we have the bone arrow now.
Yes, we can. Yeah, black pudding and then roasted tomatoes and roasted mushrooms and stuff like that. But yeah, as a breakfast burrito, it was just a very funny, it was just very, very interesting to try to shove all that into a burrito. I have not actually had poutine before.
I don't think I've had poutine before either. You can have poutine on fries, can't you?
Poutine is fries.
Right?
Poutine is fries and gravy and cheese curds.
Oh.
It is not poutine if it is not all of those things.
Oh, okay.
I suspect there are probably variants where the gravy is different.
The Canadian can tell us, but I'm sure she's mad at us for getting it wrong, so she probably won't tell us.
Mad at you for getting it wrong. I got it right.
That's a good point. Good point. That's a solid point. He knows. Joe knows.
You can add. I suspect you could do various alterations of the gravy. You could be like, oh, this is spicy gravy or whatever. But core is...
Is it good?
Poutine? Oh, I mean, I would like to try it, but I suspect it's potatoes, gravy, and cheese.
How can it be bad?
Love. Yeah.
But I don't really care for gravy that too much.
It does have to be cheese curds, though.
I don't really care for gravy.
Shredded cheese. Has to be cheese curds.
What kind of gravy is it? Is it brown gravy or white gravy?
I feel like I tend to see brown gravy.
Oh, okay, then we're fine. Brown gravy is delicious. I don't like white gravy.
I suspect I suspect that gravy is probably the most flexible thing because you could make various flavored gravies. You could throw bacon on top. You could throw.
Hell yeah. Why is this not everywhere? Oh, I guess America doesn't have that. We have chili cheese fries.
Well, the thing is also cheese curds are hard to come by here.
Why?
You don't really see those around
Can't
unless
you
you're
get
in
fried?
Wisconsin.
Can't you get like fried cheese curds?
It's not really a cheese curd at that point, kind of. A cheese curd is like squeaky and chewy.
Ooh, that doesn't sound
Very
as good.
specific texture.
That doesn't sound nearly as good.
I mean, it's not. Well, yeah, they are. Yeah, they're squeaky. That's what I know. The thing is, I've been to Canada a couple times, just Niagara,
That's true, you have.
really, and across. But like, I've been at Tim Hortons. I bet they had poutine. I just like didn't know it was a thing at the time.
Isn't Tim Hortons going through some stuff right now?
I have no idea.
I thought they
Is
were.
Tim Hortons poutine bad? I mean, I suspect it's like, okay. I had coffee the one time I had it, and I didn't even really drink coffee at the time, so it wasn't even a good idea.
I thought there was been some stuff in the news about Tim Hortons going through some nonsense. They're expanding and they shouldn't. Okay.
Weird.
Well,
Can you
we've already-
shoot those things?
Oh, can
Those
they?
are just bubbles, right?
They're kind of like the skulls that we see in like.
I believe that's exactly what they are. Those are called bubbles.
I know. Nah, I couldn't shoot them though. They were. Wait, okay, I'm trying to look for.
Well, I just don't know if you even can.
I'm trying to look for the boss area, and that's the problem. Is this is like one of the first dungeons we did, and so I don't remember the boss area.
Yeah, strategy. I don't blame you at all for clicking that. It puts you on the lookout that they do this sort of training.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
The only thing you could have done would have been to. I would bet that as part of the training idea, they probably did the thing where the URL was like gibberish. Oh, this is a great place to see if you can shoot bubbles, by the way, would be to check that room, because you can
whoops.
aim.
I wanted to go back in there. Yeah, I'll try that here.
That would just be an easy way to check. Because if there's a chest hidden behind...
You can shoot them, but it doesn't do anything.
Okay, cool. And yeah, see, that's just a bad training email then. That if there's nothing about it that makes you recognize it as a fish, then it's not really a fish, is it?
Right, exactly. Because a lot of fishes have some pretty dead giveaways.
Yeah, and I mean, some don't. Some are constructed really well. But yeah, usually the main thing is a URL that looks like gibberish of some kind.
Exactly. I gotta say, like, there was a while back, I got an email. We were in a rush to leave, and I got an email, and it was like something like, your Netflix payment has expired, or whatever. I'm like, no, it hasn't. Okay, let me take a look real fast. And so I booted up my phone to look at the email, and I'm like, this is a pretty convincing email here, especially when I'm like in a rush and in a hurry, but I don't think it's real, so I ignored it. And then finally, when I was able to get to a computer, I looked at the sent, and it's just gibberish. It's not a Netflix email. It's just absolute bullshit. I'm like, this was really good. If you have a soccer mom or dad trying to rush to work, or someone who's super insanely busy, or some nonsense, I don't know, and some American family scenario.
Yeah.
And they got this email, and they were like, "Oh, I gotta get this." It would absolutely get somebody. It was scary how good it was.
Oh, okay. There's the switch.
Yeah, I've already done this room, though, is the thing.
Oh, do you have the big key yet?
I don't. I do.
I don't know how to check.
I do have the big key. So we're gonna go in there. I think this is the room we're looking for. So we have to go to get in there to get the red guy. Okay, we're good, I think.
The spam email
Yeah,
I've
we're
been
not.
getting recently is like how to become a DoorDash driver.
Really?
Like I get all these emails that are like just various variants on DoorDash, except they're not even from DoorDash. So it's just very weird. But I for whatever reason, I've started getting those like once or twice a day.
Interesting.
I
know there's been quite a lot of like recent hacks and stuff of different things and emails exposed, and whenever that happens, I always end up getting like a bunch of random just basically they take your email and they just sign you up for random email newsletters trying to get you to do something about it.
What's amazing to me is my phone email has the ability to block, so I can quickly like swipe over an email and say, block this sender, which you would sort of expect. I can actually block entire domains because often the spam emails come from weird domains.
Yes.
Or something. And so I can block entire domains, and I do that every time, and I still get tons of emails a day. It just blows my mind.
It's crazy. I got the kiddo a phone for his birthday because he's in middle school now, and he's.
Do you have to go up through the big door in the middle there?
Yeah.
Is that where we should be going? I think it is.
I already went in there. It wasn't there. I'm looking for the side boss. And I just.
Do you have if you pause, do you get a map?
I don't have the map and the icon because I can hit a button and get to the map. Oh, I do have the. Wait, how do I have the map? I don't have the map.
There's the map. Yeah, you do. I saw it in your inventory.
Is it? Was it in there? Okay. Anyway, this is where we're at.
So you need to go up a floor.
But I still have a chest to get. With the.
Is that? Oh no, those are the doors. So if you go right and then up, and it takes you to the second floor. I think you only have the boss.
No, there's a red guy I have to fight.
Is that not just the boss? Or maybe he's right before the boss?
Maybe.
Every other room is clear.
I know. There was a certain way to get to this guy, and I just can't remember what it is right now.
What's the name of this dungeon?
I couldn't tell you.
This is the mountain.
Oh wait, here we go. Maybe it's up here. Hold on.
Yeah.
You might be onto something. It might be right before the boss. Over here.
You have the compass too, so I would expect to see it on the. I would expect to see chest icons on the map. Oh, this is the room. No, wait, no, we could get past this room.
Yeah, we can get past this room.
But yeah, we got to a room where we couldn't get past it.
Because it was the guy with a red one who could only be hit.
Can't be damaged by anything else. Yeah, can't use your sword.
Goodness, okay, all right, we're good. We're back on track, kind of, maybe. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't remember where it was. Top left. I was right. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Now we're in business. We're right before the boss.
Yes.
Okay. We're making progress today. Oops.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, as I was just literally talking about, it's like, people could get busy, flustered, or have a bunch of stuff going on. They could see that email and just be like, oh, I need to deal with this right now type thing. And it can absolutely just happen to them. Or they get overwhelmed with a new job and don't know the exact systems. And they could just, and then boom. It's like, it happens. That's why they do it, because it happens.
Yeah, for sure. Well, they give you lots of hearts and magic in here. Jeez.
Yeah, they do. That's sadly not what I need right now. I just need to kill one of these guys. There we go. Okay, I got him. I can kill the other one. Okay, we're good. Alright. We're off to a good start today. We're killing stuff. We're going to a boss. Easy peasy.
Well, let's do this boss. And then after that, I've got a tier list for you that I think will be interesting.
Oh, God. The sound is bad.
Yeah, you're probably supposed to use your bow and arrow, so just use it as much as you can.
Yeah.
Do you just have to kill all 6? Is that the thing?
I don't know.
Or is there a real one? Certainly doesn't look like there's a real one.
I'm trying to find out. But the sound is very, very annoying.
Do you have, like, a potion?
I have a red potion.
Okay, just in case you get low.
Yeah.
Normally in Zelda games, in randomizers especially, it's like, oh, a heart piece? Oh, who cares about that? But in this one, it's like, it takes so much, not just you, but just in general, like, they do so much damage. I believe you can shoot him while he's in the air.
Nope. It goes over him. So wait till he lands. I found the hard part of the boss. Nope. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Got him. Hey,
Nice,
the map!
Nice.
See, I told you we didn't have it.
Well, we need the crystals, because we need all the crystals, right?
I got the... Wait, I got a pendant. What?
Pendant. Yeah, that's one of the crystals, I think.
It is. It should be the E, right?
I don't know what... Let me look at the
this
list
was-
of dungeons.
This was straight up a pendant.
Eastern Palace?
Yeah.
Yes, Eastern Palace, EP.
Is it one of the 3?
Yes,
Yeah.
which means that you've marked the wrong ones so far.
No, I haven't.
Well... Oh, wait, no. They're all just 2 letters. I don't know which ones are pendants and which ones are crystals.
Yeah, they're all 2 letters, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know which one's which. That's okay.
Yeah.
There
I
we
mean,
go.
I have the list of them here, and I can see the abbreviation.
Let's go see the Zoras.
Yeah, you have the flippers. That's gotta be most of what you need for that dungeon. It's not Boomerang, is it?
It might be. But we haven't seen the Zoras anyway yet.
Is
so
that the
this is just-
Swamp Palace?
No.
That's in the Dark World, though.
Yes.
Ice Palace.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure.
I see it appears that you need...
True. You
You don't need much of anything for the Ice Palace, I think.
I reread strategies thing, and yeah, it's true that like just clicking a link isn't necessarily harmful. It's starting to enter the information that is terrible. But as I said, like it could take someone who is really just kind of busy and has a bunch of things going on to kind of just be like, oh, sure, whatever, yeah, well, you know. And so it can happen.
Okay, so...
Oh, I need to go.
Oh, wait, you have to... No, Titan's Mint you have...
Yeah, I have it. We're going there.
Yeah,
I
you can
there.
get in here. Yeah,
Yep.
you can get in here.
I know.
You have to do it via a warp tile, though, in the swamp. That's how you get in. You can't get there... It would appear you cannot get there any other way. Oh, can you give the magic powder to the witch? Or that's Link's Awakening. Or Link's Awakening.
No,
I'm
yeah,
not sure
I
that's-
thought we already gave the powder to her.
We only just got the magic powder.
No, we bring her a mushroom.
Oh, the mushroom.
She gives us the magic powder.
I see. That's what it was. Sorry. Okay, well, let's start this tier list. Let me go ahead and post it to the Discord. Have fun, guys.
Uh-oh.
This one will be...
Right when Kitty's getting ready for
interesting.
work, we post the tier list.
I mean, she can do it any time. That's the thing about these tier lists.
True. I'm scared. If Kitty is asking questions, I have fears.
Oh man. I do have a really good one in the bank. I'm saving that for the next series we do. It's just too good. It's just too good.
All right. So what's the? I'm not allowed to look.
I mean, Kitty, you're only allowed to put S tier for everything if you honestly, truly believe it. Don't just phone it in. For the Ice Palace, you
No. What the fuck is the tier list, you goober?
Oh, I thought you were trying to figure out how to get into this.
No, I know how to do it.
I also don't know if you can kill... Oh, yeah, you can't kill Zoras. Okay.
Don't worry about the list. I'm gonna actually have to shut the sound off of this game.
It almost seems as bad as the Ocarina of Time randomizer supports text randomization, which is where every text box is just any of the random text boxes from the game.
This is going down to 1%.
which is just
And
yeah,
I'm gonna put on some just some chill music because this is almost impossible to deal with.
yeah. That was a bad call.
It was. I thought it was gonna be fun like Ocarina. Turns out
I
I was wrong.
I think from now on, if you do any sound randomizers, you need to just you either need to pick it or you need to have it screened first. If it
Yeah, I should look it
all,
up first.
like randomize it and then see what the sounds are. This one in particular seems bad because it seems like every sound effect can be every sound effect.
Yeah.
And like that's not how Ocarina they're in categories, and so
Yeah, like the
tend to
walking
not-
sound effect would not change. It was like different, but-
yeah.
So that
Or
was
if it's just like there were different, you could have certain things change out, but like not any sound for any sound. Like I don't know how else to describe it. What is interesting? Just that single piece of land there. I don't know what that's
I
about.
don't actually know.
Can you dig it?
Maybe.
No, you don't have the shovel.
You want an Eldritch list? It's easy. Trap cards. There's your Eldritch list strategy. We'll talk about this for a second. God damn, Master Duel is so fucking addicting. It's insane. I got so many people in Discord who haven't touched Yu-Gi-Oh! Or haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! And they're playing it. Thundeer is addicted to Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. He's like, I understand. I get it. This is fun. I don't understand. I don't get it. Kitty likes little trap girls. It's fine.
Some of the PokeTubers I watch, in particular Game Boy Luke, has been playing the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Game.
It's so much fun. No, that's what they are. They're little trap girls. Stop it. That's what they're trap tricks. How dare you? They're little insect and plant girls.
The mobile game.
Well, funny you mentioned that. Master Duel is about to come to mobile. It's already out in certain regions right now.
He's the
Duel
big
Links.
thing is he didn't Duel Links. He didn't play it for like 2 years, so there's a ton of new content and like stuff to work through. And he said he's doing a zombie deck.
Probably.
He for a long time he did Harpy decks.
Yeah, that's because Harpy was the best deck. Still is.
And now he's doing zombie decks, which seems interesting. All right, I think we need to get into this tier list.
Anyway, Master Duel's great. Play Master Duel. If anybody from the Master Duel comment...
Wow, I'm shocked by at least one of these, Kitty. I am genuinely shocked by at least one of these.
If someone from the Master
But maybe-
Duel, like, because the channel is getting some pretty decent traffic and such because of Master Duel. So if anyone ever feels like they want to watch these and they get this far, God, that game is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You spit me out a.
You just have to walk up to that guy.
Yeah, you gave me
and he's a check. Okay.
Thing.
All right.
Ash, 3 Lord of Monsters, Extravagance, Prosperity, List. I'll send you a list, because that's wrong. I'll send you a list.
Kitty, one of these I am shocked you have in D tier. I'm thinking you must not have this in Canada or something because it's very strange.
Strategy, do you want like a top tier list or do you want like a top tier list and a budget list? Because I can send both. So let me know. Both? Okay, I can send both. I can show you like some pretty good things to do. Anyway, top tier is expensive, and then you can do budget afterward, or you can work towards budget. So, okay, let's work on this tier list because I don't even know what it is yet.
So we are ranking game pieces.
Game pieces?
Yeah.
See ya, Kitty. Hopefully you come back, but have a safe drive.
I mean, Kitty has some hot takes on her version of this tier list. I'm surprised. So, all right. Yes, game pieces. So we'll start in I think the most logical place to start. The chess pawn.
Oh. We're legitimately just doing like game board pieces, huh?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the chess pawn?
It's like the...
I to be clear, there's a lot of pieces, so all of the chess pieces are here. Pawn, rook, knight, bishop, queen, and king.
Okay.
So with that context in mind, every time I do one of these, I'm gonna have all of the relevant pieces. So I'll just give you that now, so that you can do them in batches and think about them relative to one another.
I don't care about the pawn much. Like, it's a really good piece, but in terms of, like, it's sacrificial. It's meant to do. You can do some cool stuff with it, but, like, for the most part, meh. It's like a C tier.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, we'll go with C. It's like a C tier.
Okay.
I'm confident in that.
And then all the backline pieces: rook, knight, bishop, queen, king.
Okay, so this is a little harder. We'll start from outside and we'll go inwards. So we have the rook first. I like the rook. The castle, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you could call it a castle. Sometimes.
I like the rook. It's a pretty useful piece. I know it's not utilized a lot when you're first learning the game, but there are some like really good uses for it. I like it.
It's probably the hardest to use, I feel like, because straight lines are sort of the easiest things people see.
Yes.
And so it feels to a novice player.
Yeah.
It's like the easiest one to see what people are trying to do.
Yeah, but the setups are really cool with it. You can kind of forget about it because of that reason. Because people will kind of generally ignore it because their brain will go, oh, I can see the straight lines. We're fine here. But it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then they just get destroyed by it.
I will say this is an interesting tidbit.
How do I get to this ledge?
On the chess piece, probably the Dark World.
Oh, yeah.
An interesting little tidbit on the... I know to get into the Ice Dungeon. The Ice Dungeon is in the Dark World.
No.
Oh, wait, can you swim down the waterfall?
It is not... It is not a... I don't think it's a Dark World thing, at least.
It is on the wiki.
The ledge chest is?
Oh, I don't know about a ledge chest.
No, it's not a chest, it's a check, and it's only bombs, so it's not that big a deal. We could probably just mark it off and be fine with it.
How do you know it's bombs?
Because I can walk past and see it.
Oh, well,
oh wait, yeah. I got it right here. It's fine. We just found it.
I was about to say, could you swim down the waterfall?
There we go. We're done. All right. Now
so my interesting tidbit on this, I think this is really funny. In Dragon Age Inquisition, so Dragon Age and BioWare in general has the whole party banter idea, right, where your characters will talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And in Inquisition, there are two characters you can have that are really, really diametrically opposed. Like, actually, a lot of the characters are kind of like that, where they're really different from other people. But there's two in particular that are about as diametrically opposed as you can be. And they start off the game basically kind of dissing each other constantly in the banter. But one of them, during their like loyalty mission, can make a certain decision that sort of makes them kind of like each other a bit more. And one of them is this like elven hermit, intellectual mage guy, right? He's like this hermit who has, all this ancient lore experience that he knows about, right? And then the other one is the race in Dragon Age is called Canary, but they're like these big horned beast guys that are like basically communists. It's a whole thing. But Dragon Age is very interesting at how they do the world building, but he's a spy. And so he's also, despite being a big burly dude who swings a big sword, he's actually also very intelligent. And so if you get the banter to activate where they start to like each other, the mage will do banter, and he's like, oh, you've been doing blah blah blah, and stuff. And then he goes, and so the characters' name are Solus and the Iron Bull, which just deal with that information. But Solus will be like, they'll have a conversation, and then Solus will go, Iron Bull, pawn to e6, and Iron Bull is like, you have got to be shitting me, because you're just out and about walking around. And he's like, pawn to e6.
Oh, and they play chess in their heads or something?
They play chess in their heads over the course of like 8 or 9 party banters, and it's an entire full game that you can actually, like, the banter is every single move of the game. And there are videos that actually have the entire game like animated with chess pieces on a board, right?
That's pretty funny.
And one of the things they talk about is they call the pieces different things, because like in this world it's not bishops, they're mages.
That makes sense.
The Iron Bull's like, wait, you call them mages? We call them whatevers. And so they have this thing going on where they're talking about the differences in the pieces. And in addition to this already being very cool, because the funniest thing is when I said the Iron Bull goes, well, shit. I mean, literally, he's like, the line in the game is, you have got to be shitting me. Are we really going to do this? And the other part is the game itself is like highly symbolic of the character's motivations and stuff like that. In particular, the mage guy, over the course of it, sacrifices all of his pieces and then wins with a single mage bishop, because he's a mage. He wins with a single piece, whereas the Iron Bull is making a point to save as many pieces as he can and have as many pieces on the board, but he loses anyways. But it's this whole thing, and it was such a cool idea. And when you hear that banter, you're like, I have got to hear the whole thing. And basically each banter...
That is an interesting metaphor, though.
And it's like, it's incredibly symbolic of the stuff, of the actual events of the game, foreshadowing things that haven't happened yet, too, to be clear.
Shit, I should go buy another shield.
Fun fact, by the way, those are Hinoxes.
Yes.
Like what Breath of the Wild is. I learned that the other day. Anyways, that was just my little chess tidbit. I thought that was super interesting. The fact that the game is symbolic as this like extra layer of unnecessary, like they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to also make the entire chess game itself symbolic of the events of the game. Like that's wild.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool.
But it's really, really, really cool. But yeah, they call the pieces different things. But yeah, they have videos with the banter over the top of like chessboards actually acting it out. And they'll do a few moves and they'll be like, I got to go think about this for a while.
Anyway,
then,
the rook is a B.
Banter. So rook is a B. I know that was a bit of a tangent, but I did think it was really cool. It's one of my favorite little tidbits of Dragon Age Inquisition. So knights, bishops, queens, and kings.
So next in the inward is a knight, correct? If I can remember my chessboard from memory.
Yes, I have been giving you the order from out to in.
Yeah.
With obviously king, queen.
I
come from.
like knights. I do not use that. I'm going to preface it. I am no way really good at chess. I am a very novice player at chess, but I learned fairly young. I was like...
I certainly haven't played in a long time, but I did enjoy it.
I was like first or second grade when I learned how to play chess, and I really, really liked it. And I wasn't in the chess club, but I like to talk to people a lot from the chess club.
My school is definitely too small for a chess club.
Yeah, we had a chess club, and one of the guys who was in choir with me was in chess club, because I was doing choir and drama stuff, so I didn't have time for another club. While I also had a job when I was a junior year, and so it was like I had no time for. But I would talk to them about it when we were in choir and doing choir stuff and stuff, and it was like it's really cool. Yeah.
Knight is one of my favorites because the L shape is just so...
It's so unique.
It's so different compared to everything else. Everything else is very straightforward.
Yeah.
That Knight is definitely the most unique.
I really like the Knight. I would really put the Knight as an S tier. It's such unique. It's such a weird movement from the rest of the pieces. The rest of the pieces move in some kind of straight line, whether it be a diagonal... or not
restricted or unrestricted, but a line.
Yeah, it's just a line. Regardless of what direction it is, it's just a line. And the knight's like, ha! No!
They even do the thing, queens can't do what they do.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Right? The queen can do everything except for what a knight can do.
Yeah, it's crazy cool. I like them a lot.
My other chess story is in high school. I had a teacher who was very, very good at chess. And he had a standing offer that he would play anybody in chess and give you tips on how to win. But if you ever played a game with him and you had to agree to it in advance, that if we were going to play against him, but he would give you no tips, no help whatsoever, and you beat him, he would give everybody 100% on the next test. Very, very cocky and confident, but he was also very, very good. And I took him up on this offer a couple of times and usually lost pretty, I was okay at chess, but he knew actual strategies and stuff. But one time, I took him up on this, and he straight up made a mistake. He let me take his queen with really no
effort at all.
There was just like no like, oh, I'm sacrificing this and then I'm gonna get you in checkmate. It was just straight up. He like didn't see that I had a certain piece and I was able to just take.
Probably the rook.
I don't remember what it was. I do not remember.
Probably
but I remember that I took his queen. I was like, really? And he's like, what? And I took the queen. He was like, oh no. Like I might have to actually give them 100%. Like this is like I am in trouble.
This is bad.
And we play. It lasted. I stayed late after school because I was driving myself at that point. I think it was a junior. I stayed late after school to finish this game, and it ended up being a stalemate. And so I didn't beat him. The bet was I had to beat him.
That's close.
And he literally got it into a stalemate with only his king left, and he was like, "Aha! Aha!" And it was just really funny. And I don't think I ever took him up on it again to try, and nobody ever did beat him. But it was really funny.
I need a shop so I can go find my shield.
That guy, the turban guy.
No, I talked to him. He doesn't have it.
What? Really?
I don't know where my shield went.
There is a shop in Kakariko. It is the hooded shopkeeper. Oh wait, no, the shops in this game don't sell a shield.
How do I get my shield back? Michael! Michael's back! Michael, how do I get my shield back?
I don't know. I'm not sure you're supposed to be able to loot your shield. Because there's a mirror shield in this game.
Yeah, that's what we had.
I don't think we did. I think we had the red shield. There are 3 levels.
I wonder if I have to go to the dark world and find it through a cellar that way. I mean, in a randomizer, though, we might get a mirror shield a different way.
There is a shield shop in Link to the Past.
Where?
In the Dark World. In the village of Outcasts, which I believe is Dark World Kakariko.
Okay, we'll just do that then.
So you need to hop into the Dark World in the nearest portal.
I can just go back to
It costs 500, but you've got more than enough.
Oh, we have plenty.
Yeah, the shops are not randomized, actually, in Link to the Past Randomizer, because most shops just sell you, like, potions, arrows, and bombs, or something like that. They don't actually sell you anything meaningful.
Okay.
So they're not randomized.
So Knight is S tier, next is Bishop, right?
Yes.
I think the Bishop's okay. It's not as cool. In my opinion, it's not as cool as it does the diagonal movement.
I like the idea that they only ever touch one color. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I do like that. But I don't, and it's probably because I'm bad. Like, they're good, but I have never been able to use them optimally. I either use them as some kind of sacrifice to, like, bait into a knight or a rook. And I know that's probably not the best way to do it. So, but I mean, they're still cool. Where'd I put the rook?
B.
Yeah, we'll put the bishop behind the rook.
Okay. All right, king and queen.
I mean, the king's lame.
True. Moves in any direction, but only one space, and also your whole job is to protect it the whole time.
He's kind of lame. We're gonna put him in C tier, like above the pawn.
Okay. All right.
He's super lame. But the queen.
I do always like if you're actually able to take a piece with the king. That's very satisfying.
It is. I do agree with that, but it's very hard.
Usually you're keeping the king away from everything. The idea that your king would actually be doing any of that is just a bad idea.
Dang. I like the queen, but I think she's a bit overrated because you don't necessarily need her to win the game.
Yes.
A lot of novice players will really focus on the queen being like
they're just running the queen around.
But really you need the whole board rather than just the queen. So I do like it. I think it's a really good piece.
Yeah, it is obviously value-wise, it is the most valuable piece. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. It absolutely is. It's a good piece though. Even if it is overrated, it's still a good piece. I don't think it's good enough to put it in S tier, so I think I'm gonna put it in A. It is a crazy good piece.
Okay. All right, and then here's our extra little bit is checkers piece.
Put the checkers in like D tier.
I mean, they have the little clickies that.
So you can king them.
Yeah, and it's very satisfying because they almost always are made quite well.
Yeah, that's true.
They're a good.
When's the last time you've been to a Cracker Barrel?
I don't really go there anymore.
I haven't been since I was a kid, but
I mean, I went on a few road trips here and there, but I like the little peg game, which I don't have included on here.
I do like the little peg game. That game is fun, but they always had a giant checkerboard where we went. Well, am I going 2 or 3 weeks ago, dude? It's been like.
But they hate the gays. You're not allowed to go to Cracker Barrel.
I haven't gone since high school. My mom really likes Cracker.
Years ago.
My mom really likes Cracker Barrel. But
we used to go like all the time. My mom and I used to love to do like Sunday brunch. We would go, or breakfast. We go, and I get a big thing of French toast, and
they got good French toast.
Oh, they do. Well,
to be fair.
we
could do the game now.
I have been to Cracker Barrel a lot, and I will say this: I have never, except for maybe one time, had a savory dish from Cracker Barrel. I only ever ordered breakfast food. I never ordered. I think I have one time ordered like chicken.
I didn't want to do this. This is just rupees. You just win rupees.
Do you actually know for sure if you just win rupees?
Yeah, he tells you.
Oof. You suck at this.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's a fun one, to be honest, in 2D especially.
Yeah, kind of neat.
Yeah,
okay.
Didn't matter what time we went. I think I've maybe ordered a savory lunch or dinner dish from Cracker Barrel one time.
When I was a kid, they had really good chicken strips.
They said it was French toast every single time for me.
They have a good breakfast meal just in general, like pancakes and toast. And,
for sure. Their mac and cheese. I feel like we went once where my husband was actually with me and he got mac and cheese and I was like, wow, that was actually not as good as I would have expected.
There's a shield right there.
There you go. Yep, this is the one. It's expensive, but you have plenty, so.
Yeah, but we had
no. I saw one that was 500. What am I looking at?
I have a red shield. Where's the red shield? Because that's what we had before.
Go in and out and see if that's...
Is there another one?
Wait, this shop is almost completely fenced in. With its only access point along the northern perimeter, Link must jump a series of fences to get in?
Oh, okay. I'll try that instead.
Yeah, different shop. It says it's in the Village of Outcasts. That is this, right?
I don't think so.
Or is this Thieves Village?
This is Thieves Village.
No, it is the Dark World version of Kakariko. It's here.
Well, this is the Thieves Village, though.
It says this is the Village of Outcasts.
Interesting.
To
the north?
From the north perimeter is the only way to get in. It's almost completely fenced in, is what it says. And you have to... What does that mean?
Well, if that's the case, it's not this. It is not Kakariko.
But that is definitely what it is. What does that mean?
Steak and egg hash brown casserole. That sounds pretty good, not gonna lie. We're not judging you that you went to Cracker
Barrel. It is located east of the Village of Outcasts. My bad.
How far east?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Alright. I know how to get there.
Okay. Alright, we need to keep moving. Checkers piece. You need to actually assign a rating.
I think I said D tier.
Okay. You said D tier, but then I was like, but they got the click.
I don't care.
Alright, not enough? Alright. Okay, so we've got all 5 ships from Battleship.
Oh. I do. Am I rating them individually?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
So you've got the little ship, the destroyer, the submarine, the battleship, and the aircraft carrier.
So the aircraft carrier is the 5-1.
Yes.
It is automatically a D tier because it is the easiest fucking one to get hit.
See, that on one hand, yes, but on the other hand, I like it the most because it's the biggest. Even though that makes it the worst.
Yeah, I used to like it the most, and then I realized, oh, no, this one's actually terrible. Ooh, wait, question. Hold on, I'm gonna backtrack us for a second. Is a checkers piece also considered a part of Connect 4?
Okay, so no, and somebody else asked about Connect 4 pieces, and I did not include those.
I love Connect 4.
Strictly because the piece is like a nothing.
Yeah.
The actual Connect 4 piece has like no function. It's just a marker. It's hard. It's hard because I do have some on here that definitely could be considered that as well. I did not include them.
Okay, so if it's not, then yeah, it's a D tier thing. But if it wasn't, it would be an S tier because I love Connect 4. Anyway, the aircraft carrier is D because, I mean, while it is the easiest one to hit, it is also the easiest one to get hit. So it's terrible.
Yeah.
The destroyer is the 4?
No, the battleship is the 4.
The battleship is the 4. Okay.
I believe that's what. Let me confirm the name.
I thought battleship was a 3, but it might be a.
I believe it's the 3. Whoa! Is my my internet just had a heart attack there.
Uh-oh.
It's back. But yeah, no, sorry, I briefly had a heart attack. Okay, so I see. It looks like one of them maybe has a couple of them maybe have a couple different names, but the battleship is definitely the 4-hole.
Okay, battleship is.
I see that consistently. Yes.
It is a. Ooh, we need that. Ooh, snap. Okay. It is a. Even though it is the name of the game, it's still C tier. It's 4, so it can still get hit pretty easily. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in C tier.
Above or below the king and pawn?
Oh, that's hard. Shit. I like chess more than I like battleships, but I still like battleships. It's a fun game. So we'll go ahead and put it below.
Between them?
Oh yeah, we can do between. Yeah, do between. Between's fine.
Okay. All right. So we've got the submarine, and then the other 3-hole ship does appear to have a couple names.
I'm so dumb. I can hookshot across these skulls.
Yes, you can. I see the 3-hole ship sometimes referred to as the cruiser, sometimes as the destroyer. It has a few different names, but I would call it the destroyer. That's the one I've seen most. But there's a 3-hole submarine, and then there's a 3-hole ship. I don't know how you get past that, or if you do.
Oh, use invisibility cloak. Okay.
Oh, and you have that.
I didn't know that the invisibility cloak would get me past this. That's interesting.
Well, I mean, it definitely shouldn't.
That's not how invisibility. that's absolutely not how invisibility works.
Right.
That's really not how invisibility works.
Yeah.
But, so the 3-hole ship is pretty decent.
There's 2. Remember, submarine and the destroyer are both 3 holes.
Submarine looks cooler. Still though, this game is only mediocre. I don't know. I like this game a lot. Actually, when I was a kid, I haven't played it since then. We'll put the submarine in B.
Submarine in B. Okay.
I like the submarine a little better than the cruise ship.
Above or below the bishop and rook?
Below.
Okay.
And then we'll put the
destroyer.
The destroyer above the battleship.
Okay. Now, the two-hull ship is... I have always called it like a tugboat, but it appears to be officially called just small ship.
Just small ship. Like
Yes.
scout ship.
I have always called it a tugboat, but that is apparently not what it is.
Not a doot tugboat?
Apparently not.
I like that ship because it's really hard to hit.
I hate it for the same reason. 'Cause for me, it's always the one I can't hit.
Yeah. But a lot of people like... There's actually some like math behind it. A lot of people like to put it up in the front because of that reason. Hard to hit and then like small, so they put it up front. So I actually like that ship just because I usually didn't have a huge time usually finding it. But we'll put it in. We'll put it in like above the submarine.
Okay.
I need to go up to the waterfall. I actually need to go to that hype cave.
I thought we were doing the ice cave.
Well, there's another place I can go and get like.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. There's Super Bunny Cave. There's Spike Cave. Oh, if I'm doing Ice Cave, where I want to go is actually pretty close to it.
Okay, fair enough.
So I can go to Hype Cave.
All right, we'll do another one-off real fast. Right, we have a batch. Yeah, and that would be the Game of Life car, and by extension, the little people that go in them. But the Game of Life, like, sort of main token.
Yeah. This is a D. Because
really
those little people always fucking fall out.
What? They were always very stable to me.
They always fall out.
Kitty also put this in D tier, and for me, this was like an obvious S tier. One of the best games.
I like that game, but those little... Now, I have to say this. And I know this is going to sound like a boomer-ass thing to say, but the older manufactured versions of this were better. If you buy a newer version,
admittedly, I have not played this game in 20 years.
Okay, so yeah, if you buy the newer versions, like number one, they've shrunk games down a little bit, not like in terms of like the game board and all that, but like they've removed spots so it doesn't take as long and all that stuff. And so like I remember, or maybe my memory is just bad, but I remember life being a lot longer of a game. And like
I do remember it being like a 2+ hour game.
Yeah, and now it's like no, you can get done in like 30 minutes. It's really not that bad. And I swear,
remember it being a very, very long game.
I swear they removed a bunch of pieces from the board because of that reason. And so like manufacturing of the newer games, maybe and again maybe it's just because I'm older now and I pay more attention than I did when I was little, but it just feels that way.
Apparently, it has. Oh. Wait, hold on. What?
What's up?
This article is fascinating. Okay, first and foremost, the Game of Life uses a spinner because Milton Bradley, like the person, didn't believe in dice because dice were associated with gambling. And gambling's bad.
Interesting.
I also see something about how the game was initially created in the mid-1800s and it had things like suicide and crime and gambling and poverty in it.
What the hell?
I'm looking, but like...
What an actual wild article.
To me, this is the boomer suburbia 1950s dream life. With occasional problems, but that's what I think of. But yeah, apparently this game has existed since the 1800s in some form or another. And
wow, what a cave. That was useless.
Which many board games of the time did.
That was not good.
Wow, okay, I'm not going to get too deep into that yet, but yeah, apparently that is very, very
Oh, we need to go do Swamp Palace as well.
Yes. The only reason I think Ice Palace is good is because it doesn't require. You have everything it requires.
Yeah, so
the item you get in the dungeon is just the blue tunic, which doesn't change.
We have everything for the Swamp Palace down here too, so we can go down here as well. So we can maybe get 2 dungeons done in the night.
Either one. I mean, we could do 3. We finished 1 earlier.
Yeah, but that one was already almost done.
I mean, yeah, but
here we go.
Is this swamp or is this ice? This is swamp.
This is swamp.
This is.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Swamp Palace. Okay. Okay, but yeah, the Game of Life car, and you said you want this in
D tier.
D tier, like bottom?
Yeah.
Interesting. Like I said, to me, this was such an obvious S tier, because I thought this was like a gimme S tier. Because that was what I really liked it.
So the hook shot will like.
And Michael, Game of Life is definitely nowhere near as popular nowadays. I feel like a lot of games have stood up to like still be in the childhoods of kids. Like Candyland, I think is still. I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. Uno.
Also different, by the way. Candyland has less pieces.
When did you get the lightning medallion?
I just got it.
Was when? I didn't even see.
Just a second ago.
Okay, I literally just missed it.
That's okay.
I
have to raise the water.
Yeah,
how do I raise the water?
I think you maybe do that outside of the dungeon.
Yeah, maybe so. Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I was shocked because to me, the Game of Life was definitely my favorite.
I do like the game, but I like the original one more than the old one. Or the new one. I'm sorry.
Sure, I haven't played the new one ever. Okay, here's your next batch. This will be all of the clue pieces. So, the candlestick, the knife, the pipe, the revolver, the rope, and the wrench.
So
because even though it was entirely unnecessary, they were tokens.
Funny story. I haven't played Clue until recently. And I mean very recently.
You had never played it before?
Not until pretty soon. And this is another game that has been like, they have now where Clue, they have an easy version and then they give you the original rules as well.
I will say, I remember
the
not
movie
really
is
liking
good.
Clue. No, the movie is amazing.
The movie is fun.
But I remember not really liking Clue, and I'm pretty sure the OG rules are probably not great.
The game itself is only okay.
Yeah, it's thematically interesting, but like, it's literally just a guessing game. Like, I don't know how else to say it other than it's just like,
I mean, it's, there's like, you pay attention to what everybody has and what people
deduction.
show you, and there's some deduction in there, but there's games that do it better.
Yeah,
I
agree.
There's so many good games in terms of board game world now that like they just do it better.
Yeah, I agree. I think Clue is fine.
How do I raise this water?
As far as the like OG games, I definitely think it's one of the worst. Swamp Palace. Oh, Swamp Palace is a hookshot dungeon.
Do I gotta hit this stupid thing in the mouth? Or do I have to raise the water back in the light world and do it?
Oh, here's a check you can do. So leave the Swamp Palace. Walk. Okay, hold tight.
Are you taking me to Hype Cave?
No. Taking you to a heart piece check. So you walk west and go through the bush maze.
Okay. Didn't we do this last...
Oh, wait, hold on.
Didn't we do this last week?
There's an island in the middle of a lake that you have to use the mirror to get onto. And in the dark world, it's a large pool of like standing water in the middle of a bunch of rocks.
Yes. We did that last week.
Where you just pop. I don't remember doing this.
Yes.
I mean, I believe you, but I do not remember doing this.
Yeah, it's like hold on. It's right in this big pool of water.
I don't see it yet.
Oh, wait, are you talking about over on the right side?
I don't know. I looked at a walkthrough, but it's technically a walkthrough that like leads from the previous dungeon, and then at some point has you start going into the actual dungeon. So it's actually not directly near.
I don't think
it's in the dark world.
I think it's I think you're talking about the I think you're talking about a heart piece check that I need to get to, but I think it's just rubies.
I don't know for sure where. Look at your map real fast. I feel like it's a big enough area that like it should be visible on the map.
I can get over. It will take me like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Anyway, the clue pieces. I don't have any particular attachment to this game, and I think the game is kind of meh in general. Yeah. And they're just kind of like they're just representative of like.
I don't even understand really why there are pieces because they're entirely unnecessary.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. Like I don't see why you need them. So I'm gonna put them honestly. I'm gonna put them all in D tier because it's like man, whatever.
I'll just put them all at the bottom. Yeah, I mean the pieces themselves are like kind of cool.
So you're talking about this right
here.
The
wrench is pretty cool. Yeah, you go mirror world right there, or mirror right there.
Yeah. This is just gonna be some rubies, I think. Or no, it's a heart. It's an actual heart.
Rubies with a P. I'm sorry, I had to do it once.
I know.
Oh, it's a heart container, though.
Yeah, it was a whole container.
Sure.
It is a check. I guess where we're here, we can go ahead and just go to the ice palace.
Oh yeah, we can switch gears if you want. All right. I always liked the wrench piece because it is like very detailed.
Mm-hmm. They're all like really detailed, but in terms of like what they do for the game, nothing. All right, I have to switch do I have to switch to the light world and go in here? Is that what I do?
I closed my thing because I thought you were doing Swamp Palace.
I'm pretty sure I have to switch to light right here.
Then... Ice Palace.
What do I do though?
You have to move a boulder in the light world.
Got it.
And that's your tile.
Got it. I'm already there.
There you go. That's it. You're in.
Yay!
Okay. All right. We did all the clue pieces very fast. Here's another easy one. Admittedly, these are not very functional, but let's do the sorry pieces.
Back to start. They're just like little.
Does sorry have a back to start? Oh yeah, when you do sorry.
Yeah, because you're sorry. Yeah. It's not trouble.
Trouble's on here too.
This is like a pawn, right? The sorry piece is basically a skinny pawn.
Well, it's got a big flat bottom and a skinny top.
Damn.
It's got like a
thick bottom girl.
It's like a hyperbola. It's like a very Yeah, I don't know. They are a very distinct shape.
They are fine. They're a C tier piece because they're just like a pawn.
Sure.
Like the back of C tier.
I'll put them at the bottom of C tier.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're just different colors.
Yep.
All right. So next we'll do all of the Monopoly pieces.
Ooh, Thunder! How was class, my boy?
We're rating game tokens. Game pieces. Oh, Thunder already did it. Wow. Okay. I'll have to look at that here in a sec, more in depth. So, these are the Monopoly pieces that I know, though would appear that possibly these pieces have changed recently.
Yes.
Here are the ones I have, and these are the ones I remember. The car.
Car is S tier.
Above the Knight?
No.
I've got the dog, which is like a schnauzer.
Dog also S tier.
Below the car.
Yes. I love Monopoly, by the way.
We've got the hat.
Hat's okay. Hat's like a B.
All right, we got Bishop, Rook, Small Ship, and Submarine.
Put it above the Battleship pieces.
Okay. We've got the Iron.
Right. Ooh. This one's hard, because I've actually come around to liking the Iron more. Put it in A.
Above or below the Queen?
No, Queen has her rightful place.
Okay. There is a ship token in Monopoly.
Yes, and I love it. It's an S tier.
S tier above. We got the car, the dog, and the knight.
It's below all of those.
Okay. We've got the boot.
I do also like the boot. I tell you, I really like Monopoly, so I'm a little biased here in this.
You got turned into a rabbit.
Yeah, I did. So I would say that it's another S tier. Put it above the Iron.
Iron's an A tier.
Not the Iron. The ship.
Okay.
This is unfortunate. How do I do anything in here?
I do. Thundier does have one really, really good take though, so that's good. All right, we have the Thimble.
This is the worst one. This is like a solid like C tier.
See, for me, the Iron is the worst one. Thimble is up there for me, but I think the car is overrated.
I like the car.
The dog is probably my favorite.
I do like the dog.
Okay, Thimble, you said C tier?
Yeah.
King, Destroyer, Battleship, Pawn, and Sorry.
Put it above the Pawn.
Okay, and we've got the Wheelbarrow.
Ooh, this is another good one. This is another like S tier one.
S tier.
God.
Wow, okay.
I like the Wheelbarrow.
Car, Schnauzer, Boot, and Ship.
Above the above the ship.
Okay, and then we've got. So I don't know if there are any other new pieces that are now like very, very common. I don't have it. Those are the only ones I have. And then I've got the house and the hotel.
Oh, I mean, just like the marker pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you do good.
I mean, if you buy them.
How the hell do I?
Bomb.
Probably.
It's delayed.
Probably right.
You place the bomb and then run.
Similar to other switches.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Okay. What did I say boot was in?
You said S tier, but below the dog and the race car.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. What are you talking about? Thundier? Come on now.
All right, house and hotel.
They're fine. They're just place markers. But they do. Oh Lord. They do mark something pretty good.
Oh, an actual Stalfos.
Yes, this is a Stalfos.
Yes, this is this is a hookshot dungeon, but that's not doing anything for you.
He is not. This is not the hookshot dungeon. The swamp is.
Oh, sorry. This is the blue tunic dungeon. Bombs? It's probably bombs.
Yeah, probably. I got cheese fries and I'm snacking. Fair.
Oh my god, cheese fries sounds great.
So like they're good. They are good for the game and all, but they're just kind of placeholders. They can literally be anything they wanted to be, and it would essentially. I don't know. That's hard to say, but I like Monopoly. Put them in. My bias is showing a little. Let's just put them in B tier. Bottom of B tier.
Which is better?
The hotel is obviously better.
Okay. All right. Okay, and now we've got the Trivial Pursuit pie.
Ooh, interesting. I haven't played Trivial Pursuit in a hot minute.
It definitely has not aged as well because it's all of the trivia is very much a product of the time.
Well, I mean, don't they have modern ones?
Yeah, but you have to like buy new ones all the time, And like the definition of what is and isn't trivia has like kind of changed. Like it's definitely weirder. I own a really old copy of Trivial Pursuit.
It's weird.
And like half the questions are of course things that you would never even like anyone our age would just like not be able to even like try to answer.
Yeah. I remember playing one way back in the day in high school with a buddy of mine. It was like a 80s one. I was like, I don't know any of this information.
Right. Okay. So yeah, the pie. But I think the pie is a really good piece. Like it's functionally very interesting.
It is. It does exactly what it needs to do. Oh, and speaking of Trivial Pursuit, actually, the best way to play Trivial Pursuit is like the video game version, because Hasbro has like a video game version of all their games. What the hell? Of all their games, and so it's really good to do. If I turn into a shadow, will I get hit by this? Oops. I will not. Okay. Put my I like the rook a lot.
Yeah, the pie.
It's a good piece, but it's not like crazy. I think I'll put it in B.
Okay. Bishop, rook, hat, small ship, submarine, hotel, house.
Put it above the hotel and the house. What is going on here? Why can't I go down this? There we go. Holy crap.
In the old ones, the stairs, I remember the stairs being very weird. Okay, let's do the trouble pieces.
They're pawns, right?
They're just pawns, they're just cylinders.
Yeah, they're
with
in
little
same,
ridges. The old ones had little ridges.
Same place of the sorry pieces are at.
Okay. Alright. And then we've got Othello tokens.
Ooh, Othello's a great game.
Othello is a great game.
Othello's actually like really good.
Oh, you don't gotta convince me.
Damn, these are like A tier.
A tier. All right, Queen and Iron are the only things in A tier.
Let's put them above the Iron.
I do really like Othello.
I like Othello. I used to play it. A lot with my mom.
All right, and now our final batch.
I need a big key.
Oof. All right, final batch. This was a little different.
Okay.
All of the Tetris pieces.
Oh my god, I love Tetris. You're talking my fucking language right now. I love Tetris.
So, fun fact, they're all actually referred to by letter.
Yes.
I, J, L, O, S, T, and Z.
Yes. Which one am I doing first?
I mean, you do them in whatever order you want.
Well, you're gonna have to give me them because I'm trying not to die
L
here.
and J.
So L and J. I hate these pieces.
For the record, the L is pretty consistently orange.
Yes, and the J is blue.
Yes, I tried to make sure that the pictures I found, because it's not 100% of the time.
It's most of the time.
But it is most of the time. So I tried to make sure I found pictures that match that.
I hate these pieces. They're always just getting away. Every time I have an L or a J, I just wish it was a
Interesting. I feel that way, but about the S and the Z.
I have learned to like the S and the Z, while they're still not that good.
L and J, I think, are way more useful than S and Z.
I would agree with that.
But you don't like them.
I don't like them. Yeah, give me a T. T is the best piece in the game. You cannot convince me otherwise.
All right, so we've got L and J. Where are they going?
We'll put them in. I love Tetris though, so we're still gonna put them in B tier, even if I don't like them that much.
And which one's better?
The orange one.
And B tier has Bishop, Rook, Hat, Small Ship.
They go above. I mean, the Tetris is gonna be the top of the game because I just really like Tetris.
Okay. All right, and now we've got. We'll do the O, which is the square.
I hate this piece too, though.
This is the one that I've come around more on, I feel like.
I actually don't care for this piece.
When you need it, it's really nice.
How do I kill this
thing? You often do not need a fire rod because it's ice.
I know, but I don't have any magic.
Oh, well, that you might just be fucked. All right.
That's the one thing about this game that I've noticed.
Don't have magic, you might just...
There's some instances where if you just don't have magic, even with half magic, we have the half magic mark. If you just don't have it, you're dead.
Yeah, you get locked into a room that you can't get out of.
And like the newer games, like Ocarina of Time, they kind of fix that. Like if you're fighting Bongo, you can destroy his hand and it will drop magic if you're out of magic. And so it like makes sure that you won't die. So anyway, the O piece. No, there has to be a way to kill it, because if not, I wouldn't be able to get out of this room.
Ice Palace enemies include Freezors. Yeah.
All I have is red potion.
Apparently they do 4 hearts of damage.
Yeah, they do a lot.
By default. You have double or triple defense. The Fire Rod, the Bombos Medallion, the lamp doesn't do anything.
All magic.
I don't think you can kill it without magic. I think you have to leave. I think you just straight up have to leave.
Very, very silly.
I would agree with that sentiment, but nevertheless.
Old games haven't aged well.
Yeah, no. Okay,
I'm gonna, it's a pretty unpopular opinion, maybe, because some people are like, oh, a lot of games are timeless, and some haven't actually aged well.
All right.
Except for Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, mostly.
Oh, hey, capacity.
Right. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, yeah, this is the capacity shop. Buy both.
All right.
But yeah, O-Piece. You gotta rank it.
O-Piece is a solid
Leave
C.
and come back. See if you can buy more. Because just 5 doesn't seem like that big of a deal. And I don't know...
Oh, I can buy more. Oh, my God.
I don't know how long it got. I think you can buy it 5 times, maybe?
Yeah, this is a solid C tier piece, though.
C tier. All right, King, Destroyer, Battleship.
Again,
symbol,
it's
pawn.
Tetris, so it goes in front.
All right, we got the S and the Z.
I actually am more fond of the red one, which is
the Z.
Z, yes, than the green one, which is the S.
Okay.
I have found ways for them to be more useful, and if you know how to do T-spins, they're actually like super handy for setting up T-spins. So I've come around to liking them more, because the reason I don't like the O as much is because it's just a solid block unit, so it doesn't really have like those out.
Yeah, it is what it is.
There's no outshoots to create.
You buy 5 times, by the way.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if I can get some mana from these guys.
Oh, I see. Hookshot should kill him too.
Oh, just health. Okay. So I do like the color green more, but I think the red piece has been more useful to me than the green one. So we'll put them in A tier. Above.
That's higher than the L and the J.
Yeah.
All right. Queen, Othello, and Iron.
Above all of them.
Okay. And then we've got the T and the I.
All right. So the I, of course, is a great piece because you can set up easy
Only way to get
Tetrises.
Tetris. Only way to get Tetris.
It's an S tier piece. Like, it's just super good.
Like I said, it's only way to get Tetris. You cannot get around that fact.
Yep.
All right, S tier would be Knight, Car, Dog, Boot, Wheelbarrow.
It'd be above all
ship.
of them, and then the
above the Knight even. Wow.
yeah.
All right.
And then the T piece will be above all of those. T is the best piece in Tetris.
Okay. All right, that's the whole list.
Yeah, I like Tetris. God, that just reminds me how much I like that game. Still no magic. Holy cow.
Can they even drop it.
Alright, we've gotten all of the upgrades. 50 bombs.
Okay, yours is on the list. And I will send this link to you so you can tweet it out later if you want. Because this one is actually tweetable. The transparency is acceptable.
Yeah, that was not as Gucci.
Let's see. So from Kitty and Thundir, the only other ones who've submitted this, we've got Kitty highly values some of the clue pieces.
Here we go.
Kitty's
She must have
Kitty's
attachment
highest
to Clue.
piece is the knife.
Must have a big attachment to Clue.
Kitty has most of the battleships quite low.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thundir has all the battleships quite low as well.
The game is, I mean, Battleship is only okay.
Thundir has Othello in S tier.
Yeah, Othello is good. I do agree with that.
Thundir has the Rook above the Queen in S tier, and he said he had a comment about this.
Yeah, what's your comment about the Rook? I like the Rook. We were explaining this. I think the Rook is a great piece.
But he has the Knight in A tier. I don't know about that take.
I don't know about that take either. That's a weird take, to be honest. Two Rooks versus one Queen. You always take the two Rooks. I mean, that's fine. I don't feel like that's crazy to say.
That's true. You do get two of them. That is a true fact.
I get two bishops too.
True. All right, what else? We've got interestingly, Thundir puts the house and the hotel in D tier.
I mean, they are just kind of markers, right?
Thundir's worst piece is the candlestick. Best piece is the boot.
God, that was not.
I don't see any other really. I don't see any really other like spicy takes in there. All right, here. I did not do Chinese checkers because those are just marbles.
Oh yeah, but you could have done just marbles.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess. I don't know. I did think about this one, and I did pick them because they're just marbles.
I haven't played Chinese checkers in a while. I don't even know if I remember how to play, to be completely honest.
I believe it's just that pieces have to jump over one another. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Ah, excuse me. Pieces have to jump over one another, and if you jump over an enemy piece, it's gone. I actually don't know. That's a guess.
I can't.
It has been a hot minute for sure since I played Chinese checkers.
Mancala.
Mancala also just again basically marbles. I bet you can walk in and out of this room and do those skulls, but I'm not sure they'll respawn. Oh, so while we're on the topic of games, we do have to talk about Wordle.
Wordle? Oh,
Because it's the hit thing.
The craze sweeping the nation right now?
Yeah, exactly. We do have to talk about Wordle.
I haven't downloaded it yet, but
You don't have to. I don't actually know if there's an app. I have it in browser.
oh, okay. I think there's an app because I think my wife has it.
I bet there is an app, and I'm going to check now because I do play it now.
I haven't played it. I just kind of play it if the wife forgot to play it that night and play it in bed. And I've actually got a couple words for her. And I'm like, I'm usually not that good at these games. And then I get, fuck me. And then I get the word and I'm like, oh, actually, I'm actually pretty good at these games.
I'm not actually sure if this app is the same one. I don't know. I think the browser one is the only one I've seen.
Maybe it is just the browser then.
Because the browser one is just on powerlanguage.co.uk. But yeah, I think so. I saw it pop up for a few days, and I kept seeing it, and so I was like, okay, what is this thing? And after a few days of seeing it and not really knowing what it was, I decided to check it out, and I'm like, wow, I see the appeal. This is a very well constructed game.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like, very simple, very fun.
Word a day, right?
One word a day for everybody gets the same word. Which is a very neat idea, and then the fact that they constructed a way for you to share how well you did without spoiling the word
is also really genius.
That is really genius. It is huge. It really makes the whole experience because you can share your experience without spoiling anything. And I think that's insanely clever. And also just in general, how they did it is also really clever.
Yeah.
Like
game
is literally
pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah. And I think it's also a really good difficulty in that you like, honestly, if you have a halfway decent vocabulary, you probably can win at most days.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I feel like I don't see that many people that actually don't get the word that often. Now, here's the real question, though. When you play, I have never done this. Have you ever felt the need to intentionally make a wrong guess in order to guess a bunch of letters?
We did that once when we were playing.
Because I feel like... I was thinking about this earlier today, and I think I've identified like exactly one case where it would be optimal, but I feel like usually your best case is always just to guess a word that can be correct, because otherwise you're guessing a word that definitely is going to be wrong.
There was one where we did it and we were really, really close on like the second guess, and we were like, well, maybe we can just eliminate a couple other letters and get this in guess 4, basically was what it was. And it turns out that we actually had to get it in guess 5 because the word that we eliminated some, and they were like, oh, it could be this word then, and then it was like, oh, shit, no, it's actually this word, and then we lost it. It's like, crap.
The thing for me is that I feel like the situation where it would definitely be valid is if you're on guess number 4 and you are somehow in a situation where you have, let's say you have 4 letters correct, and you have 3 possible options left, and I think that the words I thought of were like, if you had whips, chips, and ships, right? Like,
so a lot of them are like all the same.
Where you're only guessing 1 letter at a time, you only have 2 guesses, and you have 3 possibilities, then it would definitely be better to try to find a word that has all 3 of those letters. Like, those are the only 3 options it could be, and then you figure out, okay, which of those 3 letters is used. But I struggle to think how you would even get in that situation, because you'd have to have made... I don't know if there are very often times... Because that's
it's pretty niche, right?
That would be a 100%, that would be the optimal way to do it. Oh, you fell down that hole.
No, I wanted to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is pretty niche, where it's like, in that case, it's definitely the best way. But
not always.
But, yeah, how often is it actually better? And I would actually really like to know, like, the statistical breakdown of when it's actually better. Like, which strategy, on average, yields the correct answer in the least amount of guesses. I would be very curious about that. Also, do you have a go-to starting word?
I don't play.
Does your wife have a go-to, like, always? Because the first guess, you have the same amount of information every time.
I don't know.
Interesting.
She's pretty good at it, though. She usually gets it at, like, every...
I get it, but usually 3 or 4.
Yeah.
My streak is those are the most common, I believe.
She gets in about 4, usually.
Let me look at my stats, because it shows you your...
She hasn't gotten the lucky one.
That, I mean, I don't... I have gotten a 2 once, where I guessed once, got it wrong, guessed the second time, got it right.
Nice.
That has happened once. I have also only ever gotten 1/6. My most common are 3 and 4, and they're equal.
I think one of the most recent ones was pretty tough for the wifey. She had a 5.
Today's was a 5 for me.
I think
My go-to starting word right now is thing.
that's a pretty good word.
Because it's got a couple common letters. T and N and G are all really common, but like H and I less so.
Yeah.
That tends to be my first guess right now.
Oh boy. What?
Cloak, I guess.
Yeah, just to avoid a lot of damage, I think I just have to cloak here.
That's probably, this dungeon is the blue cloak dungeon, so they're just basically being like, this is how they make sure that you don't take damage, or like you have to have the cloak, otherwise you're going to get hit too much, kind of thing.
Oops, I'm gonna do this. Whoop, whoop. There's a
cracked wall, by the way.
Yeah, I saw the cracked wall. I also see there's a chest here. Oh my god! Interesting. Okay.
Oh, what does that even get us in this one? Is it just the warp?
Yes. Which
Wait,
is kind of helpful. Warping is nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what exactly that gets you. But yeah, I guess it's just the ability to warp. Is that actually it?
We're gonna bomb. Oh, there's a check. There's like a couple checks.
It is technically just the flute in Link to the Past.
Is this really not a bombable wall?
Is it just a fake?
Yeah, it's just a fake.
I mean, you could check your map. You have the map, right?
I just bombed it twice, so.
Yeah, I see that. Link to the Past. But yeah, it warps you, I think. Oh, but you can do a check with it in Kakariko Village. You can break the weathercock.
Oh, that is not a check that I have at the moment.
Maybe, I don't know. Let me look at the weathercock article.
You just like saying weathercock.
I'm shocked that's what it's called.
It's a rooster, so.
Yeah.
What else would it be called?
If
Weather
you play
rooster?
the flute while near the weathercock, it shatters, revealing the duck. Oh, that's how you unlock. It doesn't warp you until you do this.
Ah.
You can't use it to warp until you do this because it shatters and the duck is released.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so now that we have the big key...
it's also how you get to Ganon, I guess.
Now that we have the big key, I need to go back.
Yeah.
Through this area so I can get the big chest. Which is really unfortunate, because now I have to basically go back through a bunch of bullshit to get there, to get it.
What are you doing, Thundir?
Oh my god. Oh, and another thing is we have the cloak that we have defense up. If we get hit, it also drains our magic, so that is also not helping.
I see. I did notice it used magic. I didn't realize that, but that does make sense.
Yeah, instead of taking health, it takes magic, which is great for a game where magic is very hard to get.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Not as bad. I'm just gonna. Well,
Oops,
I don't want to spoil it for you. I've mentioned it before. We'll get there. Twilight Princess thing.
Oh,
Just ignore them. I guess do they drop magic ever?
Yeah, they have.
But yeah, I also like
These next things will drop magic.
Specifically, that the Wordle is the same for everyone every day.
Yeah,
so I think that's just really clever.
You could technically cheat if you wanted to be a little bitch about it.
Oh, sure, but like, why?
Oops.
Yeah, like one of the Discords I'm in added a Wordle channel, and I thought that so everybody can share and talk about their results. Hey, you should drink your red potion.
Yeah, probably should.
Because you die if you hit anything else.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Oh, and you have 2 of them even. Yeah, for sure then.
Yeah, we just got another one recently.
Yeah.
I think this is what we want. Is that right? That's right. Okay, perfect. Gotta go here, throw that. Here, throw this. Gotta go here. Up. Take it, throw it, get it out of the way. Okay. Yeah, but Wordle's it's just a neat game. Like, what a simple, fun, cool idea.
I like it too because the commitment level is low. Basically nowadays I just do it when I wake up in the morning.
Yep. I think Caitlin does it like as soon as she gets to work, basically, just to like.
Right. And then you're done for the day.
As everything's like booting, emails are checked, whatever, she'll do her little Wordle.
Oh, the hookshot one-shots them. Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, the idea that you get, because it's one a day, there's no overplaying. You just do it and you're done. And I think that is also that itself is actually just really neat. You also do have a small key. You can go through that door.
I can, but I want to go through here first because I know exactly
by
where
all means.
Because I know exactly where the big chest is at the moment, so I just need to get there.
I know we've seen the big key door as well.
Yes, it's in the next room. Oh my god.
High tier game. Best game.
Who likes this game?
You, apparently.
Apparently, I was wrong when I was a kid. Jesus. Oh my god. Best Zelda game? That is wrong. That is just wrong. I'm like garbage at walking. Wow, it's just a key. Cool, neat. Okay.
Well, now you have 2.
Alright, there's the big key room.
Again, I'm still just very excited for you to play Twilight Princess because I really do hate to oversell it, but I do also think that you're gonna play that game and be like, wow, this is the best Zelda game.
I mean, I'm sure. As I said before, I'm sure I probably actually will.
Unironically, I think you will just appreciate it more than any other Zelda game.
Okay. What the hell is this about? I don't ever understand these rooms.
I don't think you can do... Oh, you have to be able to do something, I guess.
I don't have to, I don't think.
You do... Yeah, okay, you know what you're doing.
Alright, oh, I need the red cane, huh? Okay. Nope.
Interesting.
Thank you. I'm gonna do that. Okay. See, we're fine. We're fine. Ish.
Yeah, you pull the tongues.
Yep. Oh god, jellyfish. Hook shot kills these guys.
Yes. Kitty is complaining about your take on knives.
On
the
oh, from
knife.
Clue stuff? Oh, it's
Yeah.
because I don't like Clue.
All right. How do you get rid of those statues?
I don't get rid of them.
I see.
I guess I go down here. Oh, it's the boss.
Okay, boss time.
Okay, I guess this is what we're doing.
We'll do the. I guess we have one more key and we have another room.
Yeah.
Is that how we beat this boss? I don't actually know. boss is Cold Stare, is what its name is. Fire Rod 8 times. Or you use the Bombos Medallion 1 time.
Which one's the Bombos one? Is it the Swirly Hurricane?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna
Use
do that
that 1 time and it melts the ice. Otherwise, you have to use the other thing 8 times.
Wow.
Apparently. And
Cool.
then you...
I just swing at it, right? Oh, God.
Sword or Fire Rod. Sword is easier, but the Fire Rod does more damage. I don't know if the Bombos Medallion does anything. It doesn't seem to say that it does.
Wow, I love that those fall, like, right on my head. That's pretty cool.
Right? Remember, you have another red potion if you need it.
Yeah, I don't want to necessarily waste it here. Why is sexy time
You can
music
buy
playing?
red potions. It's one of the things you can buy in shops consistently.
Um,
And now that we're basically done spending money.
Music is playing. Oh my God, I actually got hit by it. Holy shit. I had one more sword swing and I died.
That's frustrating.
Ugh, this game in general is pretty frustrating.
Whatever, now you can go do that other key room.
Because just getting back there is just very annoying. I have a bunch of messages.
They're all
damn.
talking about your tier list. Oh boy.
Hold on.
Oh right, I was gonna... Well, yeah, whatever.
Okay, I had like a bunch of messages on my fucking shit.
More ban list stuff.
Okay. No, I mean just a bunch of shit in general. All right, we need ice again, or we need ice. We need magic again.
You should get that through the dungeon.
Yeah, the fact I have to do it.
Thundir, Wordle, I'm just saying, it's addicting.
It's super
very
fun.
fun.
Kitty likes Wordle too.
Yeah, I've been seeing Kitty post about it.
Yeah, she been posting on Twitter and stuff. It's fun. I
Yeah,
understand the appeal.
Well constructed. It would be a good word game in general, but also it's really good that it's like a once a day random word.
I like Boggle.
I got for Christmas from my cousin Big Boggle.
What's Big Boggle?
It's just Boggle with a bigger boggle. Instead of a 4x4 or whatever, it's 5x5.
Oh, it's one extra one? Okay.
It's one extra dimension, I believe.
Interesting.
I believe that's the only difference.
I like Boggle.
I haven't played it in a long time, but I do really like Boggle. Maybe that's what I should do for my birthday this year, is just like classic games. Life, Boggle, Scattergories. Scattergories is great.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I feel like it's one that a lot of people don't really know about.
Really?
I feel like let's take a poll in chat here between Thundir and Kitty and Michael and Strategy, who are all vaguely around.
Yeah.
Scattergories. Do you know what it is? Kitty seems to be indicating possibly no. Unlike possibly Joe. See?
Oh yeah, she does. See, only the weird Michael guy doesn't know what it is. It's probably because his name's Michael. I mean, like...
Well, the concept on Scattergories is simple. It is... You have a category and a letter. And everybody that's playing has to name things that belong to the category. Well, so you have a list of 12 categories, and one letter, and you have to name things for each category that start with the letter, which is randomly determined by a letter die. And then the goal is to come up with an answer that nobody else comes up with. If your answer is unique, then you get a point for it. But if anybody else comes up with the same answer you did, no points.
Yep, scratch it off. We played a lot of this in what was it?
In college?
Yes.
Because I had it, and it was one of the few ones I made a point to like bring with me to college, and I really liked it.
We played it during what's it called? Spring break more than we did anything.
Oh yeah. I think it's a really, really fun game, just in general.
All right, we're fine. Michael's redeemed himself. He has heard of it before.
Okay.
We don't have to shun the non-believer.
Yeah, I think it's really fun. The idea of coming up with a unique answer, because
Yeah.
Part of you is like, okay, do I do the obvious thing because nobody else will do the obvious thing and I can't think of anything else? And then sometimes you get some where you're like, I got nothing for this category or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
so I'm gonna just do the obvious thing, and then it's gonna get scratched off.
Or you just sit there and you stare at it and you're like,
And
it's
then
a vegetable that starts with I.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
All right, we'll go over here real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, we've already been here. No, I haven't been up on the top yet, so we're gonna go there next.
I have a game that's very similar, called Just One, which is actually just a neat little game. Oh god. What's the goal of this room?
I don't know. To piss me off?
I mean, you fall, I guess, now.
We also didn't go in this room either.
I feel like you've... Oh, no, you didn't. Yeah, you've been in this room.
I've been in this room, but I haven't been in this room over here.
Yeah.
Which is just this, which is just another way to get to the boss.
Yeah, the other game I have that's like this that I enjoy is called Just One. And that game, the core idea is you have one person who's a guesser, and everybody else knows the answer word. And then everybody gets to write down a single word clue to try to get the guesser to guess the word.
Yeah, without writing down the word, right?
Well, the only thing is, you're not allowed to consult on the clues, and so if anybody has the same clue as anybody else, you don't get to show the clue.
Right. I have seen this game played.
And then once the clue is established, once you've eliminated any duplicate clues, the person has to then look at the remaining clues, and they get a single guess. They get one single guess at guessing the word, whatever that may be, which is really interesting. It's a great party game. It's like a Concept. That's what we should do sometime. Concept stream. We just point my camera down.
No, that sounds miserable.
And we play Concept together on Discord. Where everybody's looking at my board and looking at the tokens I've put down.
No.
Sushi Go is good. I actually was just saying, I haven't played. We have a ton of board games, and we haven't really been, since the pandemic began. I don't think I've played a board game except for once or twice when we've visited friends.
We play them.
And we played classic of them. And I have one that I really enjoy that I haven't played in a very long time.
Which one's that?
City of Iron.
Have you played the League game at all?
No, we've had that for several years and have never actually played it.
Several years.
Yeah, we own a few games that we've never played, but that's probably the most expensive game we own that we've never played.
Yeah, that game is kind of pricey.
Yeah, the reason is because it's campaign stuff, and so you have to have some amount of regularity to it.
Speaking of expensive games, what's up?
A haunted house that's procedural, as in Betrayal at the House on the Hill. because that game is great, Kitty. That
game is very good.
That is very good. Just don't play the expansion because the expansion is very bad. We basically all of my friends own Betrayal because we all like it so much.
Yeah, we like that game.
It's the game that all got us into board games because we had a friend of mine in college who was like, "Hey, I have friends that are super into board games and they're playing this game. You should come play with us." And we did, and we had a great time. And then you should go ahead and just take the potion now, because when you died, you had a heart and a half. And I don't actually know how much damage it does, but it's at least a heart and a half, which might just kill you outright if it's 2 hearts. Betrayal is great, and to be perfectly honest, you could play that over camera. No, the rules would get tricky.
The rules would be a little weird.
The actual Betrayal would be tricky. The only problem is the expansion is very bad. Do not get the expansion. We have tried to play it several times, and every single time it is like it's just broken. Like we get a thing, we read the rules, and it's just busted.
Every time I look like I'm hitting this fucking thing, and it's just never there. Blah. Wow, a key!
Keep dodging the ice. Keep dodging the ice. Wait, do we have another door in this place?
Yes, there's one more door, but I'm gonna be real. I don't think there's another.
If there's not a chest, it doesn't matter. But if there is,
I don't think there is.
We'd have to check.
Yeah, we have to check anyway. And you know what really sucks? It's right at the end there.
So you'd have to redo the whole thing, basically? Because it puts you at the beginning? I mean, you got nothing to lose now. You don't have to preserve anything for a
boss fight?
Yeah, you just gotta get there.
Yeah.
Maybe have some magic you might need. It could be ice guys you gotta kill.
There is no one that I have to kill. I can avoid all the other ones. The only one that you have to kill is the very first one.
I see.
Yeah, we are in the Icy Palace. Alright. $115 for a game is not that expensive, to be honest with you. There are board games that cost a lot of money. $115?
Yeah.
Not a lot of money for a board game. You should see how extravagant some board games are nowadays. Ugh, I can't do it fast enough. I can't make that many actions fast enough in this game. No, thank you. I don't have enough friends to justify the cost. Hey, me either.
I know we have several shelves full of games that we haven't played in a hot minute. Which, like, I would like to when the world gets closer to being back to normal, and we could do that more regularly. But also, we did board game nights, and they were always kind of. It was always kind of a pain. Board game nights are hard to do right, I feel like. And we struggled with
it. Really agree with you. They are difficult.
I really liked it, but if you have one person you don't really like, and it's sort of a group, and they're hard to play, like that's hard, and I don't know. It just felt like there was and then like it's hard to coordinate that many people to do something that sort of regularly.
It really,
and one
honestly,
person runs late, and then you just gotta that gets hard too.
You just gotta pick the couple people that you really like playing games with and start making cuts.
Yeah, and then also if there's any amount of decision making, if people don't already know, like if they don't already know what they want to play, like that was a thing too. Is we'd have, everybody brings a game, but nobody has one they definitely want to play, and then somebody's running late and we want to get their opinion too, and then somebody brought a friend that we didn't expect.
That's why it's literally just like, if you want to do it,
so hard.
It needs to be scheduled with certain people, and then that's it.
And then it's a game. They're like, oh, this is a brand new game. It's going to be super fun, except then we need to spend an hour learning the rules. Mm-hmm. And also, your first time playing any game, even when you have learned the rules, typically
never great.
it's never great because you don't know how to play and you don't know strategies, and that can be really hard. Other than certain games, that's why
Oh my god, the fucking animations and the way the hitboxes are in this game absolutely piss me off.
Link's Awakening is the same way. And then the other thing too, the last thing about it is when there is, like, explaining the rules. If you're like, oh, we don't want to play the same thing we play every week, but then you have to spend an hour, explaining how to play the new game because the games we play are often very difficult. That's why I always brought party games, because party games can be
honestly, party
minutes.
games are a great way to go because they are super easy to understand and can be enjoyed that way. Like, if you want to play these like super complicated games, you need to have the time dedication. Maybe look up the fucking rules beforehand just so you have a general idea of what the fuck's going on. And you have to make sure you're in the right headspace because sometimes they can just be kind of fucking long and tedious.
Yeah, it could. That's the thing. Like, you got to be ready for it and use the D-pad. Don't use the control stick. I
can't use the control stick. I am using the D-pad.
You were going at an angle. How?
Yes, I know. That's why I shook my head, because I was like, what the fuck? How was that possible?
That's funny. Okay.
Anyway. I said I wasn't going to get mad this episode. It's fine. Fine. Actually, I didn't even need to do that, because I could have just gone on the other one, but that's fine. Thank you, YouTube. I'll be here next week. Aw, thanks, kitty. Yeah, YouTube, I don't know if it's going to turn into anything. I doubt it. I mean, it's not going to be anything crazy, but YouTube being kind of saucy. We've gone up like
you'll be a Let's Player in no time.
12 fucking subscribers in the past 24 hours, 48 hours. So it's pretty cool. Yu-Gi-Oh, man, the Yu-Gi-Mon's content pretty crazy.
Yeah, Exploding Kittens, definitely. And, like, Cards
My child loves Exploding Kittens. We got him the expansion because of that.
Kitty, you might like... Concept is my favorite.
Wow. This is all we came back for?
It's just a Switch? I mean, maybe there's something under one of these. Wow, okay. Nope, alright.
Fuck. Alright, anyway.
Okay.
Now the Swamp Palace. Figure out how to do that.
Do you want to try to do that tonight still?
I might just get there.
I think that might be. What? Let's go do the weathercock.
Oh yeah, the weathercock. We gotta do the cock boy. Yeah, Concept is a cool game.
Concept is great.
You like Catan? You're wrong.
Concept, Kitty, is just charades, except nobody has to embarrass themselves and act. You just use tokens.
Everyone likes Catan. I think that game is boring as shit.
I haven't played Catan in a minute, so I would have to revisit it.
I think that game we've played it so much in college because it was like the the intro board game, and it's like it's the one to play, and I'm like,
and then we played Betrayal, and we were like, oh, totally different.
Yeah, Betrayal's great. I love Betrayal. That is a fantastic game.
It's a fantastic game most of the time, except for the times where you get a bad scenario.
Yeah.
When you have the expansion, we have found out that most of the expansion ones are terrible. I don't know if you've played any of them yet.
I have not played any of the expansion.
Every time we try, and every time what happens is you get the scenario. So for Betrayal at the House on the Hill, the first part of the phase is everybody is co-op, and you're just sort of exploring a haunted mansion. And then at a certain point in time, a traitor is revealed. But that traitor is random. It's like the idea is that they get possessed often or something like that. basically when you start the game, you don't know who the betrayer is going to be. And then when that happens, both the betrayer and then everybody else have different win conditions, and they're now competing. The problem with the expansion is that we literally keep getting ones where it's broken, where there's literally not enough information to like, it literally like doesn't have enough rules to determine who. Like the last one we did, we played like I was on the non-betrayers, and we were looking the survivors, and we had a win condition, but at a certain point in time we like got to a point where we believed we couldn't win anymore, and so we were trying to figure it out, and we asked we asked the trader what we were like, we know you're not supposed to tell us, but like what's your win condition? And she's like, I don't actually like know. Like she was looking at it, she's like, wait, you don't know? And we're like, no, we don't know what you win, we just know you're working against us. And then that was the whole thing. It was very frustrating, and the thing is, it's happened several times where some of them are poorly executed,
and that's with the expansion though, right?
The expansion specifically, it's cool in some respects because it adds a bunch of new rooms to the house that you can get, and it adds new item cards and events, but it also adds new omens, and that's how the omens are what trigger what. The whole thing is that with Betrayal is that second phase I was talking about is different every time, and it's based off of a combination of cards that you get, and there's a whole book of basically different scenarios. That's the like thing, is that you're like, oh, we got kind of like Clue, we got the wrench in the conservatory or whatever. It's like you got the raven in the loft, and whatever, you have to figure it, you look it up in the book. It tells you which of the like 60 different scenarios you're playing. But all of the expansion ones have just been bad, as in they're like not fun to play, or they have been broken in such a way that they're literally not playable, like you can't win them.
Yeah. I know, like, sometimes you can just get kind of unlucky in Betrayal. Like, you can trigger the haunt on, like, the second omen if you roll real bad.
Yeah.
And then it's, like, impossible for the survivors to win, because it's like, we haven't explored enough.
Or it's impossible for one side. Sometimes it's the traitor.
True, sometimes the traitor can get screwed.
Yeah. Yep. It's fun thematically, but it definitely is one where, like...
Treasure Quest.
Luck can absolutely mess you up.
What is Treasure Quest?
I do not know what Treasure Quest is.
Ooh, this looks fun. Whoa. It's like more complicated Monopoly. Yeah, it's like more complicated Monopoly.
Interesting.
This looks wonderful.
Never heard of this at all. At all.
What the fuck? So how do is this game still around?
There's also Tales of the Arabian Night.
I've never played that game, but I've heard just great things.
You still haven't, and that the best part of that game is that you do not have to finish it to have a good time. Most other games, if you have to leave early or whatever, you're like bummed because it feels like you wasted your time. But Tales of the Arabian Night, you do not have to finish that game to have a good time. Like, not at all.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's just like, it's hard to explain, but it's just silly fun. It's one of the ones that's one of the few ones I do actually want to buy and own, because it would be good to play with basically anybody.
Is Max the only one that has that one?
Matt
is the only one that has that one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I do want to get it, but I'm pretty sure it's out of print, to be honest. I don't know if it's a thing right now.
Can we do this next dungeon? No, but we can do the shack. Okay. We can go get a couple checks.
We still need the boomerang and the other cane. I don't know what the other cane is.
I don't remember. So don't ask me. Oh, so Treasure Quest is no longer a thing? It's the Lightning Medallion, huh? 1996.
That's what you need to do. I assume you have to stand on that spot and use it.
Yep, we have it now, so...
Yeah, and you have the magic for it, too.
Go ahead.
I assume it just summons the dungeon.
Okay.
Or nothing happened?
No, it's shaking.
Okay, something happened.
Oh, it did summon the dungeon. Hello, dungeon.
Scary swamp face.
What is this?
This is the swamp palace.
I know, but
SP.
I don't know if I can do it yet.
Let me look it up.
The answer
look up
is,
what you need.
I think the answer is no, because it is not a check.
That's hookshot to get across there. Fair, you may not be able to do it, but let me check. The main item is the hookshot, so it feels like you should be able to do this.
This is not the. Is this the swamp?
Is it not?
Look, it's Vivi. They tell me they
Those
did
are
not
whiz
rip.
robes.
Don't tell me they did not rip assets from Final Fantasy here. Come on now.
I don't know, but those are whiz robes technically.
I know, but it's still Vivi. Still a black mage. You can't tell me differently.
The Plains of Ruin, and the. Oh wait, no. What's this? It's only the second dungeon.
Oh, we should be able to do all this then.
Why wouldn't it be on the tracker then?
I don't know. That's a really good question, dude.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm looking at. Wait, no. This is not Swamp Palace.
No, it's not.
This is
Sand Palace, maybe?
Misery Mire.
There you go. Yeah, why can't I do it? What do I need?
The Ether Medallion is required to enter it.
Yeah, I got that already.
You find the Cane of Samaria.
That's the blue cane.
Is that the blue cane?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Or the other cane? There's a blue cane.
No, yeah, this is the Cane of Samaria is the orange cane.
Oh, we already have it then.
Why does it say you can't do this?
I don't know. Do I need the boomerang? No. The boomerang doesn't give me any checks.
There's no particularly interesting enemies here. The boss is just sword.
Is the tracker broken?
Sword and arrows. Do you have on your map tracker? Is it synced up to the?
No, I have to click it.
Well, the item tracker you have on stream.
Yeah, what about it?
Is that synced up to your map tracker?
Yeah.
Then I don't know.
Let me see. Treasure quest. Or is that what? That's what it's called, right? Treasure quest. Board game. Board Game Geek rates this a 6.3 out of 10. By Ravensburger.
I don't see anything that says that you shouldn't be able to do this dungeon.
$30 hair. I could buy it from eBay for $30 hair.
Yeah, there's keys and maybe it could be that there's no checks here because all of the checks are like keys and stuff. But the cane, no matter what, the cane check should be.
It would also be the medallion check should be listed because we still need it.
Yeah, I don't know why it thinks you can't do this.
I don't know. I guess we'll go through it.
And you said you marked a bunch of stuff and nothing brought any checks as available here?
Yeah. Bring it up.
Huh.
Maybe we'll run into a reason why we can't. Who knows?
I don't see anything that says you shouldn't at least be able to get one or two checks at the very least. Like but the thing, you have to use the cane, but you have the cane, and you have to. Does the tracker think we like don't have magic or something? But that's not. You just have magic.
No, I put magic as half on there, so it.
Yeah, I notice you have it.
It should know.
There's not that much left.
Wow,
we
this
don't
place
have.
dropped magic. Holy shit.
To be honest, there's not much left we don't have.
Right, exactly.
Just the boomerang and the other cane.
Yeah, we just have to do dungeons to get to Ganon.
And the other medallion, which we probably need to like get into a dungeon somewhere.
Crap. I can't get that though.
You have to hit a switch.
Yeah. Ouch. What is hitting me? Besides that fireball, I guess.
Yeah, the torches are shooting fireballs.
Dude, what the shit? There's just a bunch of shit in here that just wrecks your day, huh? It's fun. Fun game design.
Just get out of here. I don't know what else. Oh, I guess there's another door.
Yeah, there's more. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna get my ass beat by this freaking dungeon. I can just.
Yeah, I don't see anything that says you shouldn't be able to do it. I don't understand.
Run away. Okay. Okay. There's little spiky guys too. That's really annoying. Ghost? What? Oh, we might have discussed opinion on the Microsoft Blizzard deal. Oh, we discussed this last week a little bit. The Microsoft Blizzard deal is interesting. It's at a time where Activision Blizzard is really under a microscope for a lot of very bad things. Sony, it just isn't buying a lot of stuff because they really can't, where Microsoft is going, well, we can't win the war, so let's just buy everything.
My thought on this is that this seems really good for both of them, because Activision can hopefully use this process to...
Well, it could be really good for both of them.
By having a hard change in leadership, Microsoft it puts it in Microsoft hands, but they can hopefully say, hey, we're not the same company anymore. We're doing X, Y, and Z to fix these X, Y, Z issues. Nice. Which, like, as long as they play their cards right,
they just have to fix those issues.
They should be able to do that. In which case, Activision Blizzard repairs their brand image by being a different brand now, and then Microsoft, of course, acquires a bunch of really valuable properties.
I don't
think. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of the idea of these big companies just buying everything.
Disney.
Yeah, I don't like the idea, but I also don't think we're quite there yet. I feel like Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo are really not. I don't think they're really in direct competition with each other over as much as some people say they are.
And
I feel like they're carving out these different niches where most of their, like, Xbox is really focused on the multiplayer experience.
They're actually multi-platform experience.
Their Xbox is expanding, but broadly speaking, Xbox's acquisitions are largely focused on a multiplayer experience.
Yeah, I see your point.
And Sony is largely focusing internally, at least, on the single player experience. And then Nintendo is focused on the Nintendo experience. They have already carved out their niche.
They're already doing their own thing. You can't really throw Nintendo in the mix. They're not competing because they're not even wanting to compete. They don't even.
Right. They're like, we have successfully created a brand image of ourselves that doesn't require we make what we make and people like what we make, and like we don't have to, like, for some reason, well, because some of their franchises make some of the best games that have ever existed. Not every game, but just a couple really good ones. The Mr. Mario and the Zelda and the Pokemon.
The Mr. Mario.
Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon they could just do those three and nothing else, and they could make money for a very long time.
Yeah, I know. Sadly. Actually, I just say sadly. I actually really like Squid Kid game.
Splatoon.
That game's actually pretty fun.
I mean, I played it for a little while. It's been a hot minute.
It's pretty fun.
Nice. Saw you hit that switch.
I think the Squid
Just
Kid
run
games
through
are pretty enjoyable. Trying to find another key.
Oh yeah, by all means, they're good games.
So, and what a fun way to make a shooting game, first-person shooting game for kids.
Right, exactly.
Like what a fucking like
What a
genius
way to get into
idea.
that genre. You have a key.
Yeah, I was looking for another one because sometimes keys are underneath.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The stuff here. Oh my lord. Okay. Do I ghost this? Is that what I do? Do ghost this. Okay. That was easy. So I rag on Nintendo a lot, but I think they're actually a really good company. I think those are fake. Okay. I think they do a lot of good things. I just sometimes wish they weren't stuck 20 years in the past. Not, that's an exaggeration, of course, but they always seem a generation behind. And a generation of consoles can be 7 years or so.
Yeah, they definitely have built their thing is basically we're gonna make
whatever we want.
Well, and we're gonna make something where the technology is. We need to make sure that we make something where the technology is not going to limit us. We're gonna make a game where it stands, where the technology we're using is robust enough that the overall quality of the game is not going to be affected by. Now, is that always true?
No.
Of course not. And also, but I think that those problems, when they do happen, honestly, I think they're largely third parties that are releasing on Nintendo hardware. Because like Zelda and Mario,
I guess that's a good point. I haven't seen
like
those.
Pokemon Company is not Nintendo, right? They're
correct.
Obviously, it's exclusive.
It is exclusive, but it is not
Nintendo.
It is Game Freak.
But of Nintendo properties, the technology, whatever problems may or may not exist in the game, the technology is never really the issue.
Just drop down. Let's see what happens.
For example, with obviously Mario, Zelda, but even like Metroid Dread was incredibly well received, and the technology was just like a non-factor in the discussion of the game.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid point.
Star Fox, similar.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like all Nintendo like specific games run really well.
Yeah. They tend to run well. They tend to be very robust in the sense that they don't
I like Overwatch. Overwatch was a great game.
Nintendo games tend to not have things like crashes and stuff. That has been changing a little bit as technology has continued to advance. But like the only games I ever experienced crashing on, like, again, they tend not to be first party. Like,
well, I experienced some crashing on Breath of the Wild.
Crashing or just like performance issues? Hard crashes.
I guess hard crashes are pretty rare.
And you're right. Breath of the Wild had some performance issues. I think that was due to the nature of them trying to basically worm in the Wii U still.
I think so too. I agree with you.
I think that really did ultimately negatively affect certain aspects of performance. It was also, of course, a very large scope game. And first-party Nintendo had not really ever done anything like that before.
Yeah.
Nothing truly that big.
But to Raptor Strategy's point, so you've seen a lot of PlayStation is now dead, blah, blah. No, it's not.
Oh, God, no.
PlayStation's never going to be dead. Do you know how many you know how many Game of the Year nomination first-party games they make? All of them.
Yeah.
I want you to give me a Game of the Year that just Microsoft has made. I'll wait.
Right. They don't.
No fucking way is the PlayStation dead. It's the most popular console besides the Nintendo Switch, which of course is even then it still hasn't outsold the PS4 yet. Which I think is actually really close though.
The Switch? I think so too.
I think it's really, really close, but it still hasn't outsold it. And so there's just so people want to, like, if anything, it's like, yeah, they have Call of Duty, they don't even have Destiny anymore because Bungie did their own thing. So they have Call of Duty. Neat.
Microsoft?
Activision.
Because they also Activision.
And you're gonna tell me that Activision isn't
Blizzard. They can pivot World of Warcraft
to what?
It's still immensely popular.
It is not as popular as you think it is after all the shit that has gone down recently.
Well, yes.
Final Fantasy XIV has actually taken over as the most popular MMO.
Fair. But it also includes World of Warcraft. Also includes things like Hearthstone. Yeah,
Hearthstone's a big deal. Don't get me wrong, but Hearthstone is not available on a console. It's just on a computer.
I assumed you could play it on console by now, to be honest.
Nope. I mean, you could, but you cannot.
Interesting.
But yeah, Hearthstone has kind of died. They have just recently had to do a pretty major revamp into.
There's also Diablo?
Diablo's wonderful, but Diablo is also on consoles. So what are you gonna do? Make Diablo console and PC Microsoft and PC exclusive, a game that already is kind of niche?
Exclusive. They don't have to make it exclusive. They still get most of the money from sales.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, people are like, oh, this is gonna kill PlayStation. It's like, how?
Oh, no.
Name a big game that would kill PlayStation. Oh, you're gonna name Call of Duty? You really think Activision isn't gonna go, let's not release this on the most popular console of the PlayStation?
Yeah.
You really think that's gonna happen? No way in hell.
And not to mention, there were probably years and years of contracts that Activision Blizzard as a company, which was acquired, still has to honor. Or pay exorbitant fees to break. Basically, nothing is going to be from Activision Blizzard is going to be console exclusive for a while. But that said, making things Windows exclusive, most of these things were primarily running on Windows anyways. So that is an interesting thing, but I feel like gamers aren't buying Macs.
So here's just a quick little interesting chart, okay? I just pulled this from an article basically, and worldwide sales for the Xbox One as of June 2021 is 50 million units.
Okay.
You want to guess what the PlayStation 4's sales are?
80 million units.
More.
200 million units.
120 million units.
Okay.
So you're going to tell me that Activision isn't going to try and sell to those people who own the majority of the consoles? You're out of your mind if you think that says PlayStation is dead just because Activision made a deal with Microsoft. Yeah. No way in hell. Because really, in reality, the Call of Duty games, sure, they sell really well, but they don't really make that much money until now, recently, when they've started putting in microtransactions.
Yeah.
That's why they have to make one every year. And they just reuse assets.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely interested to see where it goes. But yeah, I'm not worried for...
I would never be worried for PlayStation at this point.
I'm not worried. I think it's like... both Microsoft and Activision have far more to gain than they have to lose.
We just need to see the change in Activision, I think, is the big worry.
Mm-hmm.
Because they absolutely need to change in leadership. There's been too much going on in that place to really...
And right now, the big thing is that they haven't dropped the Activision CEO, which a lot of people want.
Yes, a lot of people are calling for his head, to be honest, which I don't disagree with. I think that's fine. I think if you allowed that kind of stuff to happen while you ran a company, it's fair.
Yeah.
But I'm sure some people might disagree with that, but you're wrong. You're straight wrong. And that's okay. Okay.
Another key, which, like, good. You can do the door to the south there as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna do this door to the north, because sometimes these don't lead anywhere. That's a chair. What the hell? What? That's the other sword.
That's a sword upgrade?
That's a major thing.
That actually might be necessary to beat the game. I don't actually know.
Is there another sword upgrade after this?
Click it again and see if it has another one. On the tracker.
No, that's it.
Yep,
we are max up. Sword.
Which we might have needed to beat Ganon. I don't know.
Okay, well, that'll be
not required, just makes it easier. Yeah, you'll one-shot a lot of things now.
Yeah, you have Xbox buying out most things, and in my opinion, if a game studio has to buy out shit to be competitive, that's not really looking good for the studio, or for the game producing studio as it is.
Well,
anyway, so.
But, I mean, I don't know. I don't mind it's a business looking to expand in a different way. Like, they aren't good at cultivating
their own games, so they have to buy others.
Yeah, but I don't.
And there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but what I'm saying is like you're telling me. Ooh, that was actually a dead one and not a.
Can you hookshot that?
No, there's a bar there.
Oh. Well,
I was trying to fall down into it and see if it would fall me into another hole, but it was not a. It was a damaged one, not a.
Nope.
But that's okay.
Was that a good place to save and quit?
Probably yes, actually.
Beginning of the dungeon, we can clean it up next time, and maybe do, because we've only got this one and then 3 more.
Yep, we're actually pretty close. It'll probably be a couple more, like 3, maybe 3 more weeks. We'll see.
I don't think it'll be 3, because I think we can finish this one, do another, and I guess I don't know if we'll get to a 3rd. We'll have to see.
But yeah, I think
gives us time to figure out when we're gonna hand off the Wii U. Still working on it. Working on Xenoblade X. We're getting there. We have one more story mission, but we're trying to do a bunch of specific side content that we want to do. We're not gonna do it all, but there's just no way.
Strategy got me fucked up talking about this stuff. Cause yeah, I just.
Oh, I mean, we had a note. We were supposed to talk about it. We just hadn't done it yet.
We didn't talk a lot about it. We just kind of mentioned it and then kind of went on our way. And then now it's like, this. I don't think this is as big a deal as people think it is.
It was. I mean, a lot of people. The initial reaction, I think, was really apt, where everyone was like, "Whoa."
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. It's like
it was really interesting. It's like, whoa, I did not expect that. That's crazy. And then you think about it, you're like, why is it crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't know.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, yeah, okay, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we are getting there. We need to get a few more dungeons done, beat a boss.
I don't know what music this is because this has been playing, but this is way better than the sound effects of the game.
You're gonna post this and it's gonna be a copyright strike.
This is DMA. This is not copyrighted music.
Okay, I believe you.
Mistake. Hope so.
Yeah. But like I said, next thing will be Twilight Princess. I wouldn't be shocked if there was either a dead week or a dummy week between series, depending on how soon we can coordinate the Wii U handoff. But like after this very frustrating Zelda experience, I think that one will be a much less frustrating one, because you'll be able to just use your Zelda instincts and play the game.
Older action type games did not age well because of like how hitboxes work and stuff. The older RPGs, the reason why they're still so good, like Final Fantasy VI and such, are good because there's no like, it's just turn. So,
yeah, turn-based stuff has aged pretty well for the most part.
That's really good.
I did realize I played, and 100%ed Kena Bridge of Spirits since the last episode. I didn't even get to talk about that.
Yeah, within a week. It was a couple days you did it.
Yeah, 100%ed too, functionally. Technically, I didn't plat the game because there's a bunch of trophies that are like, do this cool, kill 3 enemies at once with this special move. And it's like, I just played. And then there was also like beat the game on the hardest difficulty that you only unlock after you beat the game once. So like, I'm not playing it again. But like, I collected every collectible and then beat the entire story, which is like basically it. It scratched the collectible itch.
What about
like a collectathon?
How about you quantify this out of 10? How about you give me a number comparison so in my brain I know what to expect?
Wow, we're trying to do an outro and I distracted you and you're getting into a whole thing now.
This is a throw to our Skype discussion, because we all have a bunch of our friends and such. We have a Skype discussion while we work that we kind of just did, and Joe and I were having a little bit of a discussion about if it's good to put numbers as ratings and stuff for video games.
Yeah.
So
I would say this game was pretty good. I hate to say it, but I don't know if it's worth the full $40 price tag.
Really?
I was debating about getting this game for a while now, and I got a gift card for Christmas, and I was going to use it for Horizon Forbidden West, but then I ended up pre-ordering the special collector's edition, blah, blah, blah. I didn't use a gift card for it because it was like off the website, and I didn't know, so whatever. The game is $40. I feel a little weird about beating an entire game and 100%ing it in a week for a $40 price tag. However, for that short of a game, it is absolutely gorgeous. You are playing a Pixar movie that is very clearly what they were going for aesthetically. Like, that's how the character designs absolutely align with like Pixar animated movie aesthetics. The music, the soundtrack is brilliant. It's actually done by somebody I was aware of before this game, who did a bunch of really cool Zelda covers. He had like
Boyfriend Dungeons on sale. Sorry,
he had 2 full albums of Zelda Majora's Mask cover music that's really, really cool. And then he like went dark for several years. It's because he was working on this soundtrack. So the soundtrack's really good. The story was pretty basic. Like, it just wasn't that deep or particularly interesting fundamentally. The characters were fun. It was neat, but like nothing really wowed me. The puzzles were solid. I really liked the overall, like the map was bigger than it felt, and also very densely packed with stuff to collect. So like, there's kind of stuff to find around every corner.
Strategy's asking for like a number in terms, you can say over the week, but it's not like an actual week. So like 12-hour game.
Like 15 probably.
15?
I'd say I got somewhere between 80 and 90% of the collectibles on my own, and I used a guide to clean up odds and ends, which like I'm an adult, I don't have time to just hunt.
So platinuming the game took you like 15 hours.
I mean, technically I did not platinum it, but I collected every collectible.
Yeah.
Basically, I got almost all the way there on my own, but then, and they give you some good resources, especially in conjunction with a guide, because they give you a map, and then the map will automatically mark on it where you collected each thing. So then if you find a full map that has where all of the things are, you can just sort of cross-reference the two and find out, which one of these maps has a dot that's missing on the other map, where is it, and find the missing thing.
Yeah, $3.50 an hour is not bad. I agree.
No, it's not. That's the thing too. Like, when you compare it, and that's the whole thing with video games. When you compare it to any other experience, video games are
wildly different. Wildly different.
Right. It's so weird because you spend $50 on a meal and a night out.
It was maybe 2 hours of an experience.
Or exactly. Whereas you spend $60 on a game and you're like, I don't know, I only played it for 40 hours. It's so weird.
I hate the dollar. A lot of people always say, well, I don't get $1 an hour, it's not worth $60. Number one, that's bullshit, because you are highly devaluing the people who made the fucking game.
Right, exactly.
And number two, just because you didn't get that much enjoyment out of it doesn't mean somebody else isn't going to.
I will say definitely there is a deluxe version, and it's definitely not worth it, because it's $10 more. And all it is there's a character skin for the main character, and then you have a little companion guy that gets a different skin, but they're not even in the cutscenes because the cutscenes are almost entirely pre-rendered.
Pre-rendered engine instead of
so like
rendered.
you don't even get the skins
engine
in
rendered.
the scenes. Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, actually,
Well, sorry, they're in it. Well, they're pre-rendered because
they're pre-rendered because they're not the costumes, so
yes,
they're pre-rendered.
Yep.
This is one crazy thing. What I really like, as I'm almost I'm very close to finishing Tales of Arise. I'm heading to the last end character, like end story boss, and then I'm assuming there's going to be another one after that as like, oh, this is the final JRPG god boss thing or whatever. I looked it up. It's only like the main story's like 43 hours on average to beat, and I'm at like 35, so I'm like really fucking close. And then so like, but what I noticed about Tales of Arise is everything is rendered in engine.
And like nothing is not registered in engine.
The only thing that is a pre-cutscene is when it cuts to the Tales anime sequences, like actual like what Persona 5 would do.
Because Tales has anime animated 2D.
Yes, and so does Persona, and so like the same thing would happen there is everything was rendered in engine, and then it would cut to like the big parts would be the anime sequences. So like if I change a costume on somebody, that costume is in every single cutscene, no matter what.
Right.
Unless it's the anime sequence.
That's kind of like Xenoblade.
Yeah, it's exactly like Xenoblade.
Has two categories. They have the ones where they're like using this. They don't have pre-rendered, but they do have the like highly choreographed ones where they're cinematic and they're choreographed, and then they have the ones that use like the standard stock. Like
they're just kind of chilling around.
They're either just standing still or they're using just the standard walk animation, and there's some stiffness and quirkiness with those, which is like fine, but none of them are pre-rendered.
I was just gonna say it has a great appreciation for developers who could do this, like everything rendered in engine cutscenes, because holy shit, that's a monumental task.
And Kena, clearly they were rendered. I think they were pre-rendered in engine at high res, and then I assume just basically converted to video.
Probably.
Because it does. There's not.
They just slapped an MP4 in there and then let you go.
Right. It's not the kind where like you have this choreographed cutscene and then the camera zooms out and suddenly you're playing. No, there's like hard cuts.
There's hard cuts. Okay, so what they did is they basically did exactly that. Is they rendered it as an MP4, slapped it in at these cut lines, and then they hard cut. It's not like parts of like Horizon Zero Dawn where you have the transition and it swings over and she gets ready back in her stance and whatnot, and then you're just fucking off.
Suddenly, I will say props on Kena. Very little, very few loading screens, and on the PS5 they were often seconds. I went from like home screen of PS5 to playing the game in like 20 seconds.
That's fast. Holy shit.
With like to launch the game,
that's fucking fast.
Then hit continue, and then have control of the character is like less than 30 seconds.
That's absurd. That's really good. And sometimes I've noticed with my original PS4, it takes 30 seconds just to boot and go to the video button to watch anime.
Right, and then the world is also, like I said, almost all of the world is sort of one cohesive place. There's very few, like, go in a door, loading screen, new dungeon. That happens, like, 3 or 4 times. Also, the final boss sequence was actually kind of crazy and really good. This is the first game in a long time that I did not play on normal difficulty the first time through. And the hard difficulty was a really nice challenge. Final boss took me, like, 6 tries. And I definitely died throughout the game. I got a little frustrated towards the end of the boss because the boss is like 8 different sort of linked together sequences.
Oh god, that's too many.
Several of which you're like, at the beginning you're like powered down, you lose your ability to do XYZ for a little bit.
I hate those boss fights.
I mean, it was fine. I get it. It made total sense. But yeah, like it was very, very cool, very cinematic. I definitely would recommend playing it, and I like that I can recommend it as somebody who likes to recommend things like Dragon Age and Mass Effect and Xenoblade, which are these like hundreds of hours games that are really incredible and have such a lasting impression on you. Like, I love recommending those games. but the barrier of entry is so high, right? Because you're asking somebody to do so much. Whereas this game, I could just say, you should play this game.
That's very funny.
You can beat the whole game in a week. It's a really good time. Like, you will.
Goddamn, they got me fucked up. That's very funny.
Guys, stop. But yeah, I can recommend this game and not feel bad about it because it's a 15-hour game. You literally can play it in a week or two.
Exactly, Orion. Exactly. I agree.
Stop it. I don't care what you saw. Shut it. You made a bunch of tissues out of the trash can earlier. Stop it.
Dude, Zephyr does this shit all the time, and I
have this trash can, so I'm just gonna sit on top of a bookshelf because apparently it can't be on the floor. It's the one in my office, which is literally just like I just use it with like when I blow my nose. It's not.
I have like Cheez-It wrappers and tissues in mine for blowing my nose and such, and then like, or if I need to wipe down my shelves with dust or my desk with dust, I'll have like a
and so I have it's a little like one of the little like flippy top trash cans that was this big, but he's gotten into it like 6 times now. And today we went out to get dinner, gone 15-20 minutes, came back.
Yep.
And trash all over the floor. And now it's just like on top of my fucking bookshelf, which is not where this thing should go.
Zephyr does that shit all the time.
Yeah. He doesn't do it with any of our other trash cans, but he did it with this one.
Yeah, we had to get a lock on our lid because Zephyr and Kiara will take stuff out of the trash.
If I get a new one that has, either like a foot lever or something, that'll work, but whatever. Anyways, Kina, really good. I did really enjoy it. For sure, 100%. If it's on sale, I would totally recommend it. And even then, honestly, again, if you have a gift card, if you don't mind spending $40.
I love this chat. This chat is so great. They were silent listening to us go on, and then Dragon Age pops up, and they're like, "We can meme! Go, 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 go!" Fucking amazing. Oh my god.
Kina, good game. Would recommend. For sure on sale. And if you don't mind spending $40, you'll still really enjoy the time you spend playing it, I think. It's not very hard. My only complaint I had was there's like 2 or 3 currencies. There's like 2 currencies in the game that you use for stuff. One for buying hats and one for buying your skill upgrades.
Well, what about your other complaint about the mini-map?
It wasn't really a complaint. It was just something I had to adjust to. It doesn't have a mini map at all, but I got used to it. But my main complaint was you have a skill tree that just seems like it's way too small.
Yeah.
And also at the like halfway point of the game, I had fully upgraded every skill and then was continuing to get more and more points that I couldn't spend anywhere. Like you could miss half the opportunities for you to gain that currency, and you would still be able to upgrade every single skill in the game. It just seems weird to me. Like, it felt weird that halfway through the game, I was done with the skill tree. Just completely. I had every single ability. Like, any concerns I had about prioritizing early on were just, like, unnecessary. So that felt weird. But I guess if you... Again, if you just really didn't explore the world at all, and you just did the bare minimum, then you would still have enough to get most of the skills. I don't know. It just seemed a little weird to me.
I think I want to play it, though, still.
I would still recommend it 100% if you see it pop on sale for,
$20, $30.
$20, $30, get it.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, it's such a short game. Just log on, play it. You don't have to 100% it, but if you do, you can use a guide to clean up the little odds and ends. Music is great. Cutscenes are great. Like I said, my only real complaint... I also really appreciated that at times when...
What the fuck, the Forest Witch gotta beat her dragon mom. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's Dragon Age for you. I don't know if you got that far in Dragon Age Origins, but yeah, that's just like actually literally true. But no, I appreciated that in a game that, in a day where games often give you so much freedom, I appreciated that,
man,
when they're trying to deliver a story point and they're trying to like tell you the story, but also let you have control of your character, they literally at times will wall you in a little bit. Like you're going down a forest path that if you come back later,
it's a hallway.
Yeah, they channel you into a hallway, and if you get a little too close to trying to explore, there's invisible walls. Oh. So they channel you forward, which I appreciate. Like in the moment, when a big story event is happening, it's one thing I don't like about in games where it's like, oh no, we only have 2 hours to go do this.
Let me go fuck around on these side quests for 40 hours.
Side quests and collectibles, and you're doing this and that and whatever.
Yeah.
I very much appreciate where they're like, no, don't loot,
There's nothing wrong with
hallway. You can save and quit if you really need to, but like, just run down this hallway, hear the dialogue, look at the world around you,
and then you can go fuck off.
And then once the games open up again, it opens up again. But I do think that sometimes hurts a game's story when they
yeah, I agree.
When they don't do that.
It's kind of strange, but it's fine. Yeah. But guys, thank you so much. This was a good time. We had a fun little time. I appreciate you all hanging out.
Look at how much engagement you are getting with chat with Dragon Age, and I've been telling you that it's an RPG channel. Play Dragon Age.
All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We'll see you. Bye. Oh my goodness. So, as I mentioned before, the YouTube channel has actually seen a little bit of love. So basically, the upload schedule is going to be more of a thing where I will upload Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel stuff about every day.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Oh damn! I thought you ended on a high note.
No, that was just. It was very funny, but we didn't do that.
Oh man.
So we will put Yu-Gi-Oh stuff in every day except for Thursday. Thursday I will be uploading the previous week's episode of Raw Talkin It, and so that Twitch followers get a little sneak extra week thing. It's not because I'm lazy. Not at all. It's not because the uploads of this video take 6 hours. No, that's not why. Because it really takes forever.
When you finally stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And start playing other things, you can upload those too.
Anyway, also I've started making thumbnails, guys. So the podcast videos will have thumbnails starting with this episode. So you have to wait a week to see the thumbnail that I come up with.
I'm still convincing him to go back and make basic ones for the others, but we'll see. But yes, this one should get loaded with a thumbnail, and I've seen the preview. I'm very excited. It's actually turning out pretty good.
So yeah, I'm gonna use some knowledge and maybe do some lookup stuff so I can polish off this one a little bit more. Because I actually really like the podcast thumbnail that I have set up. It's actually really good. I'm very excited about it. So I need to do. Joe and I were talking back and forth, trying to fine tune some stuff, and I just got to figure out how to do it in the software.
Yep.
Which is 98% of the problem, and then 2% of the problem is user error. So, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Smash the like button. Like the smash button. Subscribe to the OnlyFans to get the Patreon. Sometimes you might be able to see some feet. You might be able to see some weenus.
We'll get on Wiki Feet someday.
I will absolutely. I will put my feet on here right now. So more Yu-Gi Mons after the podcast? No more Yu-Gi Mons after the podcast. I need to go walk my doggies. And no Yu-Gi Mons tomorrow because I have to take my grandmother-in-law to a theater show. Because that's what we bought her for Christmas. It was a theater show thing. And then Saturday morning, I have to get up at 6:15 to go volunteer. So that'll be fun. I have a very busy weekend. I always work. Why am I always working?
I don't know, man.
What the fuck is wrong with me, dude? I have not been very productive the past 2 days because I just feel so like I'm just fucking working.
I have been... you're about to start a whole other conversation. This episode needs to end.
I slept in for 2 hours today and took a half day of sick leave because I just wanted to fucking sleep.
Everybody should get a chance to play hooky every now and then.
You'll have the weekend off. We'll stream like sometime this weekend.
Finish Tales so that we can finally start Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, I do need to finish Tales. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. I'm gonna end the recording, but maybe not end this stream yet. So.
Yeah. Bye.
See you, YouTube.